All right, bro. So we are currently live.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, bro.
Good evening.
By the way, bro, I just want to say congrats with what's happening on YouTube video, bro. Like the thing kick off the realest way, you see me? I mean, so far it's so long now since I'm doing this whole community on YouTube. How long now?
Basically sincere. Like I had it in plan, had it in mind,
Oh,
but I kicked it off like a month ago. So yeah, man, it's an initiative that I really want to get up and running. Like I really
mm,
wanted to expand,
okay.
and I want a lot of persons to come on board. You get
Yeah,
me?
man.
So
Yeah, man.
incorporating the entire forest community, isn't it?
So
Yeah,
far,
Andrew Cook in the building. We're live.
yeah, man. So
Yeah,
far the
bro,
progress,
we're live.
so far the progress is just great, bro. You see me? So congrats on that, you see me?
Yeah, man, respect, bro.
Blessings.
Respect. With my respect, my bro.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, good evening to everyone who is actually tuning in right now for this evening's forum, right? We are basically continuing with the initiative that we had started, right, a few weeks ago, right? Where we're having a talk with DrFXJA, right? And the theme that we're working with is young but conscious. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have been having, a great time so far, and right now I can say, I can say that many persons who actually came on the program so far, they have contributed well. And today we are going to be having two individuals, right, for this part 3 series. We're gonna be having Javie FX, the man in the building, right?
Yeah.
And at 8 p.m. we are going to be featuring Crystal Witter. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned, right? Please stay tuned for what is about to happen. All right. Now, last week we had two very influential, ambitious, and tenacious individuals. Right, we had Sean Stoltz, we had Rohan Roberts, and in the midst of being educated and so forth on the program, I also endorsed and also did giveaways. So this week's program will be the same thing, right? I will also be doing a giveaway, right? I'll be giving away $500 in call credit, right, to each individual who can answer questions, right, that will come from the information be given by Javie FX. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you will listen to Javie FX as he speaks this evening, because I will be asking questions. So, for those persons who are watching, right, please ensure that you take down your notes, right, so that you can be a part of the giveaway when I decide to ask a question and give away $500 in digital call credit. Now, let's dive into the program, right? But firstly, I must also welcome, persons locally, internationally, my friends from the Philippines, from England. I really appreciate the support so far, and for those persons who are watching for very first time, please ensure to hit that like and that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss out on the content that we offer here. Now, we want to start off by just speaking to Javie FX, and I want to do a introduction for Javi. Right now, the IG handle for this tenacious young man is Javie FX. But his name is actually Javaughn Lovelace.
Yeah, man.
Now, from a very young age, Javon, it was a dream of his to actually become a commercial pilot. He realized, however, that it would have taken him a decade before he would start to earn from that job, and he just could not wait. And like many young persons, today, he just cannot wait, right? Especially seeing
Right
how
now, right
fast
now.
right now,
Yeah,
so yeah, man, big up man, right now. So just as how the world is rapidly changing,
that's right.
right? Javie FX decided that, hey, I am not going to sit around and wait on this 95,
Mm.
wait on this traditional system, right, for me to actually earn some amount of living. Now,
Mhm.
so Javie, right? He started to actually capitalize on trends, right? He attended the Veer Technical High School, where he started to find ways to earn money online at the age of 17.
Mhm.
17 years old. He
That's right.
started Forex trading in fifth form
Mhm.
all by himself.
That's right.
I would say he's the
Lonely,
man,
bro. He's
P4,
lonely.
with no mentor, with no mentor. And,
Quite lonely, bro.
even though he found it a bit difficult, right, he still, with his determination, right, he definitely earned a place in the Forex industry. And at this point in time, he is definitely consistently profitable in the Forex market,
Mhm.
even though he says that he still has not arrived at his destination, right? And he says that there is still a lot of work to be done, but I still want to congratulate you, my brother. How are you doing today, Javi?
Doing fine, man. All hyped up for this interview, and things. So that was a good introduction, though. Yeah, that's right. I've attended very technical high school, and I started trading back when I was 18 in 2018, and from ever since it was well, I'm self-taught, but the thing is, if I could go back a couple of years, if I could go back then, I would actually change that. I would actually get a mentor because it took me 2 years. It took me quite a while to reach a level where well, it's not that I wasn't profitable back then. I wasn't making money trading, because after a while now you realize that trading they take that long for you to figure out exactly how to catch a few moves. But so I make the money, the market just step back everything and more, and my account just kept going down.
Wow.
Is it? So it's recently now that I started to implement certain strategies that allowed my account to just consistently grow. Of course, I do take a lot of losses. So same way, I do take losses, but being focused on journaling and everything allows me to keep climbing the ladder. The forex ladder. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Javi.
Yeah,
Thank you
bro.
so much. You are the second male forex trader to be on this program, and from my perspective, you are also one of the humble ones. And I see you on Instagram, and I see that you are doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And I love when young men like myself, because I believe in hard work, and I believe that young persons should be ambitious. And seeing how you are doing your thing, right, you are grinding, never stop, and you are putting out your content and helping people.
That's
That's one of
right.
the next thing that I'm seeing out there, that you are actually helping a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I must respect that, my brother.
Yeah,
I
man.
really must respect that.
Yeah, bro.
I just wanna start off your interview, bro, by just asking you this question. Javi, where are you from? Like, who is Javi? Where are you
All
from?
right. All right, bro. So I'm from Clarendon. Yes, man. Country.
Big
Is
up
it?
Clarendon.
Yeah, man. Up in the
Who
up
know
in the hills.
Clarendon Park?
Is it? Up in the hills. Yes, man. Chapelton way. Is it? And that's where I was. That's where I was born and stuff. I flew out. I went to a tiny island, Curacao. You know Curacao? That's the tiny island down in the south part of the
Yep.
Caribbean. I
Yeah,
spent
man.
4 years. I spent 4 years there. I came back 2010. Same up in the hills, and from then I started to dream. I even at high school, that's where all the dreaming really started to kick off. I was just dreaming big, bro. I was just dreaming big. I wanted to become a pilot, yes, but even that was just small. That wasn't big enough for me. But thinking about it, becoming a pilot, because right, 9 to 5, just a regular job. I mean, yeah, after a while I get bored, in the sky flying. I mean, I don't want that. I want time, freedom. Is it? And that's one of the reasons why I started to go hard online, because I was dreaming big. I didn't want to wait till I'm like 24, 25. I mean, No, bro. Till I'm driving my gym car. No, sir. You see me? I wanted it right now. So, but I knew that dreaming big came with responsibilities. You have to work hard. I mean, there's no point in dreaming big without working hard. I mean, because everybody can dream big. It does take you to sit down and just dream big. You see me? But putting in the work daily without getting lazy after a while, consistently putting in the work, determined. That's when you start to thinking about yourself becoming a millionaire. You know, that's what separates the poor from the rich. You know, the poor think big as well, just like everybody watching this live. But guess what? The persons who capitalize and grow in terms of wealth, happiness, love, those persons put in the work daily, you know, and that's the thing. From high school, I lost a lot of money also. Bro, a lot of money. You see me? Like if I should speak figures, the amount of money I lost trying to do stuff online, because I did drop shipping, you know. I did drop shipping, I did uh marketing, you know, social media and stuff like that. I lost a lot, bro, you know. But I kept going, you know. That didn't stop me basically. And even in trading,
You kept
so
the
imagine,
grind.
yeah man, kept the grind, because even I lost like 6 figures JMD in high school, you know, going hard at dropshipping and
Wow.
so on. But even in Forex, I
That
started
is
Forex.
serious, my brother.
Yeah man, but I started, but listen, this is the thing, you know, not a dollar out of that. Go to college. You see, and even when I started Forex, I was still losing money. So you have to still you have to make certain way, bro, if you surpass those things, you see me, and you know, just get big, you see. Yeah, bro.
You know, Javi, I just want to ask you, what was it like for you growing up, and were you always on the right path? You know, many young people, like, you know, today they are on the right path, you know, but as a young man growing up, were you always on the right path? Because I know many
No, bro.
persons, you know, in their past, you know, they might have been, you know, but
That's
were
right.
you always on the right path?
No, bro. I mean, remember I'm still young, you know, so every reference that I'll make,
How old are you,
it
Javi? How old are you, my brother? How old are you?
I'm now 20 years old, you see me. I'm still young, so
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Javie is 20 years old.
yeah, man.
I hope the viewers and listeners are taking note of this. This is a
Yeah,
20-year-old.
yeah, man. So
You know,
so all the reference I'll make is you know will be me being a teenager. So yes, I wasn't always on the right path. Like looking back when I was in like grade 8 them time, like grade 7. I mean, yeah, my mind wasn't focused. You see me? I used to, you know, had a lot of friends, influential friends, companies and stuff like that. Um but ever since you know I went in grade 8, um the teacher, a teacher back then, her name is Miss Douglas. She did something that changed my life. Basically, she put me from basically a dunks class. Take me to one dunks class. I think I want bright class. You see me? I don't know why she did, you know. She just say, yo, Javaughn, you know, say you need to go in one bright class, and she did that. And from there, so I started to dream big, because guess what? I did one thing. I went from the dunks class to like a bright class, and came first within the bright class. You see me? I mean, that's a little small accomplishment, you know, nothing big,
oh.
but guess what? Nothing big, you know. You see me? Nothing big, you know, bro. But guess what? It proved to me that, listen, you see, through hard work, anything is possible. Like I proved that to myself back then. And even though, like I said, nothing big, you know, because I mean, to get first in one class, I mean, there's few things I have to study. But guess what? I did it, and it proved to myself that it's possible. You see me? And I just maintain that attitude. So I wasn't always on the right path, but luckily, a few decisions, you know, and that's the thing as well. You have to be able to make decisions quickly in your life. Like I can't just the lingering around all the while. You see me? Like if you don't make decisions, you're gonna remain at the same level forever. You have to make decisions quickly and effective decisions as well. You know, can change your life. That's what I think most persons lack. It's a skill, you know, bro. This is a decision making by itself is a skill that you have to master. You see me? And that's something I mastered from a young age to make decisions quickly. Like think about this.
Quickly.
Think about this. I mean, years you want to become a pilot, and just like that, trader. You see, decision. You see me? That's decision, bro. Like you see me? Years I want to go to college, just like that. No college. You see, just like that. You see me?
Decisions.
Yeah,
And
man.
Javi, you know, it is very important, as you said, you know, whenever it comes to decisions, right? It's not to say that one should be very impulsive, but it's a thing where you need to ensure that you are quick when it comes on to making educated,
That's right.
very important decisions. Don't just, in Jamaica vernacular, we normally say lay.
That's right.
Do not lay or procrastinate. Do not put things off. If you say that you want to do something for 2020, right? Do not allow, Mass John or
That's right.
Mass Roy or somebody to influence you or to deter you from making your decision. So you should definitely, if you want to do something, you should definitely act on that decision.
All right, bro.
Thank
Hold on,
you.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Let me expand on that. A lot of people will confuse that and think that it means to think too long. Like you're gonna make a decision and you spend a long while thinking about it. That's the thing. You see, yes, you want to make decisions quickly, but at the same time, yeah, you want to make effective decisions, but at the same time, you don't really want to take too long. And I totally agree.
Very
It has
good.
to be great decisions as well, because you can't just decide anything. But it's when you have a passion, bro. I had a passion back then, and I decided that, listen, the college thing, let me not go there. Let me not talk about, like, you really want to go there? You
But
really want us to talk about that?
we're gonna discuss that, Javi. We're gonna dive into that very soon. But let me leave that enticement for later. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yeah, man.
Javi, I want to ask you, what primary school did you attend, and what was
Um,
high school like for you at Veer Technical High School? That is down in Clarendon for those individuals who do not know where Veer Technical is. It's at Clarendon. By the way, for persons who are just joining in, right, I just want to shout out to everyone who is joining in right now, right? Thank you so much for tuning in, right? So, Vera Technical High School is actually in Clarendon. But what was it like for you, bro, growing up or, attending Vera Technical High School? What was it like for you? What
uh,
was it like for you as
all right. So it, it's a lot of changes in high school. Like if you should compare myself right now, or should I say when I left high school to when I began in grade 7, two very different persons. I started out basically as an average or below average student. I knew nothing. As a matter of fact, I couldn't speak English properly. That's how bad I was, because I remember I was coming from
well?
Curacao, I was coming from Curacao, so, and they speak Papiamento over Curacao, like a garbage. All right, no, let me not go. Papiamento is like a mixture of different, Spanish, French, all kind of language. So it was difficult to speak English fluently. It was, and even to write in English, I had difficulty spelling, and so my grammar, literacy, even in math, but I still got a good GSAT pass to go to the high school. So I started out poorly in high school, but from grade 8, as I said, from the teacher just do that one thing there, put me in the bright class. And I say, yo, at this I kick off, yo. Come here, I say, boy, I make come first in the bright class. That means anything possible. So grade 9 now, hard work, 10 hard work, and I focus on the CSEC. I got a couple ones, surprised myself. Like I couldn't believe it, bro. Like I got what 7 ones, you see me, at the CSEC. I mean, I say,
Whoa.
nah man, this different. Like I can't believe this. This guy
Are you
who
serious?
started, yeah, bro. Like this guy who started primary school knowing nothing, get so much ones. You see me? It's crazy. You
Javi,
see
did
me?
you did you do Cape or you just went to
Yeah,
sixth
man.
form? I
Yeah,
saw you
man.
did fifth form.
Yeah, man, I did some keep. Actually, I was actually the head boy down there, down at Veer. Is it? I left with that badge,
Oh.
and quite a good accomplishment. And imagine leaving high school as head boy to being a trader. That's not common, bro. Is it?
you know,
That's not common.
that's serious, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
you were doing. It's not like you weren't doing well at school. And for those viewers out there, this is just for you to be open-minded.
That's right.
It's not like Javie FX, Javaughn Lovelace. It's not like he was not doing well in school, but
That's right.
he was doing well, right? He was doing
So well, I know.
exceptionally
So
well.
it's like persons associate being a trader or working online to boy, you know, you're illiterate and well, no, not necessarily that, but you didn't make it through high school, you didn't make it through college, so you just drop out and then you just start Forex. Not really. Because if you should check most of the traders out here you realize that these are some intelligent people. You know what I mean? If you should go on
That is
IG
correct.
and you check out these people, you realize that we know our stuff. You see me? It's not like say you want on a dunks bad thing. We know our stuff, but guess what? We made some intelligent decision and decide, say, yo, the risk reward to doing Forex massive. So it's better you just risk it. Whether you make it or not, who cares? Just risk it. Let's go for it. I mean, and that's a skill that you even learn as a trader. Like, who cares? I mean, you enter a trade, you lose it. It's not the end of the world. I mean, you live to trade another day if you have good risk management skills. So that's the thing, bro. You know what I mean? Just jump, just take a chance at it and just jump. You see? Yeah,
Take a
bro.
chance. You know, we are definitely gonna talk about that as well, Javi. Javi, before I even speak about, you know, go deep into your forex, you know,
Yeah,
you said that you wanted to be a pilot. Why
yeah.
was that an aspiration at the time? And I think it's very important, right? Why was it at that time an aspiration? Why did you actually wanted to be a pilot?
You wanna know? Money.
Money.
Yeah,
Whoa,
money, but also
money.
but I mean yeah, the money part of it.
Just
I
common.
really
That's common. You
yeah
know,
man.
everyone, you know, is money. You know, it's a
You see it.
cheddar.
You see it. So I wanted to be a pilot because I know that pilot get good pay. So I know say, all right, hey, I want to be a pilot. But also I had a passion for airplanes, you know. From a young age. If you went in my room back when I was like 15, and you look around, lot of airplanes. I have all kind of Thai airplanes flying around. I used to make paper airplanes fly. It was a dream. I was crazy over airplanes. Crazy. I mean, I used to study. As a matter of fact, and this is also one of the reasons why I work online now, you know, because I went on Google and I just typed in how to fly an airplane. And I realized that there's so much information about how the airplane operate, the different buttons. I mean, the engine, or the engine operate, or the jet engine operate, or the flaps work, the aileron, the wing, the rudder, all them things there. And I learned so much about airplane that me guarantee, say, if you put me in an airplane right now, we can fly. And I learned all that. I learned all that from Google. You see it. So that proved to me, say, yo, there's nothing that they are teaching right now at college. There's nothing there I can't learn on Google. Nothing at all. As a matter of fact, right now I'm reading a book on finance right now about, you know, how money, inflation, and all them stuff there. I'm learning all that, and that even, especially when you're expanding your knowledge on finance, bro, that proved to you, say, college, boy, no, you see me, no for me. The reason, if you really met the reason why college is so expensive, bro. I hope certain people don't watch this interview because you maybe get taken down. But listen, bro, if you met the reason why the tuition every year keep rising, and the reason, bro, let me tell you something. If you should go back in the 17th century, if you have 50 US, you could have attend college fully. Like you could have become a doctor with 50. And fact, like you can Google it right now. That's a fact, 100% fact. You see me? The reason why over the years college has gotten so expensive. Like if you don't have 100,000, 200,000, you can't do medicine. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of money. The reason why it got so expensive is because what? Um, every time, let's say you get a student loan, right? And you take that loan, pay for your college. Because it's so easily accessible to everyone. Guess what? It's easy for the college and just sit down. I mean, they aren't stupid, you know. People who operate these universities, they aren't stupid. They're just gonna sit there and just raise the price, raise it. And they realize, okay, no matter how much I raise it, people will still be coming to the university and raise it
That's
until
true.
eventually, you reach a point now where it's crazy. You see me? And also the government subsidize the loan. The government does say, okay, vote for me and I'll waive away your tuition. So guess what? The college is gonna raise it. The college is gonna raise the price because they realize that no matter how much we charge, you're always gonna pay. So I just have some deep meds, bro. You see me? Deep meds.
That,
Mm-hmm.
that is so true, Javi. You know, and you know there are some very serious, very important, you know, Also controversial points there,
Mm-hmm.
that many persons who are even watching this, it might be controversial to some, but it is very, very important to just think about these things. I always tell persons, Javi,
Mm.
try to be open-minded about
That's
life.
right. That's right.
Do not be narrow-minded.
Bro, me tell you.
Just try to be open-minded. Do not close
That's right.
yourself in a box, because the
Bro,
world is huge.
that's right.
You have to lock yourself in a box.
That's right. Bro, let me tell you something, man. You see, the the I'd say the rejection I got, or the negativity I saw back in high school because I was trading Forex. I had this experience. I was in the biolab, you see me? And for those who know VRTech, the biolab or the biolab setup. So I was, sitting behind
Big
one of
up
the
Beard Tech.
bench.
Big
Yeah,
up
man.
Clarence. Big up
Yeah,
yourself.
man. So I was sitting behind the decks with my phone, trading, you see me? I was, looking at the chart on MT4, and the teacher was like, Mr. Lovelace, what kind of game you playing, sir? What kind of game you playing? Get off the phone, man. Because apparently they cangle them on the MT4 like a game, like a shooting game. So get off the phone.
Yeah,
And
man. It's like a game.
it's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. Like, or even when even not just trading, but because I was doing drop shipping back in high school, not everybody really, thought that was a good idea, bro. You're messing with your life. Yeah, yeah, do better. Like, yo, go to college. I mean, make sure so you capitalizing on your, make sure say your grades. I mean, my grades were always good because I always focus on my grades, but that just wasn't enough. I mean, even though I was working hard to get the good grades, I wasn't working hard enough. You see me? I wanted to work hard at something else. Forex is it. So that's how it goes, bro. You see me?
Awesome, Javi. And while you were actually doing drop shipping, and
Mm,
you were actually, you're basically going into Forex, right?
mm.
How did you actually stumble upon Forex, right?
Good question.
How?
Good
Like, like,
question.
like, like,
So
like, where did it come from? Like,
so it's the same. It's the same. I was doing job shipping, so I was mentoring a guy. I was teaching him how to, this is how you run Facebook ads. This is how you run Google ads. This is how you structure your Shopify store. You create your store. You do this, you do that. This is how you get a logo. All them stuff. Those basic stuff I learned in high school. High school, you see. So I was teaching him, all them stuff there, and the guy actually um I wasn't hearing from him for like 5 months. And I wondered, yo, where's this guy now? All of a sudden, where is he? And he called me up one day and he said, yo, bro, say a Forex me a trader now, bro. Yo, pre this. I look for my WhatsApp and say, yo, the man make like 5,000 US, like a day. I said, brother, like, we just the dog, like, you see me, some start feeling amazing. I say, yo, nah, man, I'm more some scamming thing. Like, this can't real, brother. We are talking about. What is Forex?
can't
And
really.
can't like $5,000 dog in a day, brother. And I said, nah, man, I some different level stuff, this brother. And I started to he basically, well, he wasn't my official mentor, but he guided me on Forex in the beginning, and he ensured that I was on the correct path. Took me quite a while though, because I joined IML. That set me back wicked, Last time when
Yo, we don't even want to get in that, my brother, because
all right, bro, is it?
that's a whole different story,
So yeah, man.
Because
So
because me have to talk about that too, so
yeah,
we need to talk about it. But yeah,
yeah.
man.
So yeah, he basically guided me on Forex. So it's the same, environment that I was in the Shopify, the same environment, the same person that I was, was my bridging in the Shopify game. He basically introduced Forex to me, and that's how I got into Forex, and that's how it's history from there, bro. You see me? Hard work from there. I fell in love. I fell in love with the charts, fell in love with GJ, fell in love with gold, fell in love with AU. And from there, so I just work hard every day, you see me, until I can, go on the chart and milk it, you see. Yeah, bro.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
Javi. Tell us, Javi. This picture on the screen that that you are sitting in the BMW. You were actually giving me the story. And I know you want to share with the viewers. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to actually share that story with the viewers, because I think it's a very, very, very important story. The picture that you were sitting inside the BMW, right?
Yo.
Tell him that story. I like that story. Tell him that story.
Crazy stuff. So you know, I went to the depot, you see me? Depot in Maypen to get my driver's license. And I went there and I saw a BMW. I saw a guy, he owned a car Martin, Old Harbor. So I went up to him and I started to talk to him. Yo, bro, what's this? Who are you? And I just started to ask him questions. I don't know why. I just started to ask him questions. He told me a story about you know, him owning the car mart, and it's been at like 2 years now since him owned the car mart, and he's able to now you know, afford a BMW. Well, I guarantee that him eventually sell it back as a part of the business, but he actually own it nonetheless. And he gave me the opportunity to sit in that car, brother, to sit down in the driver's seat. And from going on the beam, my brother, me I say, nah man. No man, this kind of different from a Pro Box, dog. This kind of different from a Pro Box. What kind of material this? What kind of soft leather this?
This is a Toyota.
No man, no man, brother. This is not really. No man, I say the everything like the door angle soft, me amazing material, Alcantara, carbon fiber. Me I say, no man, me press it again. I say, no man, the gas I feel different. Everything that's different about the vehicle, dog. Me I say, yo, no man. Like you're different, man, and from the day, bro, me just start feeling mates wicked. Me I said, nah, man, then him own the car mart for 2 years, and him a drive this a bad machine. Me say the man do a donut at the car mart, brother. The man spin on the vehicle. Me I say, nah, man, yo, when me I can own a damn machine, I'm just a mates, bro. Night and day, me a mates. Me I say, no, like. Then you can't turn pilot. Then if you wait to turn pilot, it's gonna take me like a next what 7 year, 10 year. Man, I can't wait so long, bro. So I just decided, say, yo, no man, I have to do something different. Because if I want to see a different result from what everybody's seeing, I have to do something different. It means I have to take risks that others aren't willing to take. Because not everybody's willing to at high school focus on Forex or give up college to do Forex. Not everybody, bro. You see me? So I had to do that though because I wanted different results. I had to invest in myself. I had to be willing to lose money as well. I had to be willing to buy courses, to this, get mentors in Shopify, to this, to that. You see me? So that's the story, bro, about the BMW. Once I sit down in that vehicle, man, I took those pictures every day. From then, I looked at it and I'm saying, yo, one day I have to buy this 320i. You see me? I have to. Yeah, man.
You know, Javie, and you know, that speaks volume. And for those persons who are listening, right, you know, there are going to be times in your life when you are going to see something that you admire, something that you like, right?
Yeah,
someone that you want to emulate, right? Always, you know, use these things that you so like or you would like to desire to have, right? Use it to fuel you, right? To push you to get to a stage where you one day can own something like this, you know, or become someone like this, you know. And Javie used that to his advantage, and he fueled him, you know, to get him.
Bro, to where most people look at that, you know, the average person, the average Joe would say, boy, that's vanity. We don't really want vanity. I mean, all these guys talk about is money, like there's more to life than money. And I guarantee most of those people are broke. You see me? most people who have a negative relation with money are see money negatively. They'll never attract it. And that's a lesson that I had to learn as well. Don't hate on someone who is making it. Don't hate on someone who is rich. Don't hate on someone who owns a BMW, who owns a Lamborghini. Don't hate on them. Try to work hard, even harder than them, because them rich, where them are rich already, you know. Work harder than them to even achieve that. So don't view it as, oh, this is vanity. Nah, man, I don't want to be like them guys here. Nah, man, work hard for it. Don't have a negative mindset towards wealth. Is it? And I agree. I mean, life isn't all about money, no, bro. Let's be real. Life isn't all about money. And as a matter of fact, I don't only focus on money. If I go on my IG, I don't try to flash money and stuff like that. Because to me, there's more to life than money. But guess what? I need money. Isn't me? There's more to life than money, but I love money. See me, see it. Yeah, I'm gonna work
Then
hard to get it.
Javi, then, bro, who not love money? Like,
You see,
if somebody tells me they love money, I lie them, I tell them,
you
yo,
see me
who not
straight
love
life.
money? I lie them, I tell everybody love money. You
Mm.
understand? Man? Everybody love money.
Cause I
Everybody
guarantee,
want.
I guarantee, if you should hand every poor person right now some good amount of money, them life better out. One way or the other. I mean, you don't have to sacrifice this or do that or do this. Your life easier. It's a catalyst. Money is a catalyst, now, bro, to for a better life,
Yeah.
you know. You see me? That's how I view it. And it's trust me, bro. It's a whole different. I could go on and on talking about mindset in relation to money, and it's something that you have to get right, unless you won't attract it. If you don't view money right way, you won't attract it. You see me? Yeah, man.
You know, I like how you earlier we were talking about Javie FX. We are talking about how you wanted to associate your name with something to do with the sciences and stuff, and
Yeah.
just the way you spoke just now talking about the catalyst,
Yeah.
not many persons would actually would see or pick that up, but
Yeah.
that's a very very
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
very
I used to love the
powerful
chemistry, man. I used
word
to love
right
the
there.
chemistry.
It's a
Chemistry, the
scientific word
physics.
for those persons who don't know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
man. Yeah,
catalyst,
man.
catalyst, it
Mm-mm.
speeds up the process. So,
Speeds up
like, if
reaction. That's
you
right.
want to, if you want to get something done, right? Like, for example, if you want to build a house, right? And
Mm,
you only can employ 5 men, right? If you have the money, you can employ 20 men.
that's
It
right.
speeds up the process, and that is money. So
And
thank you for that point, Javi. That's very very profound.
yeah, bro. Another point is leverage. Leverage as well in life. You see, one of the
Yeah.
biggest skill you can learn in life, is leverage. It's similar to how a catalyst operate. You basically a catalyst is like a molecule that changes the shape of another molecule that make the reaction faster. Isn't it? Leverage
Yeah.
now, a leverage now basically leverage. You see, you as a person. You see, let's say you're not interested in forex. The biggest skill, trust me, take this from this interview, guys. The biggest skill you can have is leverage. Let's say you don't have money. You don't have money, but you want to grow, right? You can't pay somebody to mentor you. Leverage. What do you have? What can you do to that person to add value, to leverage and learn from him? Like, you don't have to give him money, but guess what? Because if somebody approaches me and say, listen, Javi, listen, I'm gonna create your post on IG, or I'm gonna well, I don't know how trading would happen, but if you add some value to my life, I would mentor you for free, absolutely free. If you can, all you have to do is just add more value to me, you see me, and I guarantee. So it's a skill, leverage, you see me, leverage other people's skill to further your life. You see it, yeah, bro.
That's very very important,
Mm-hmm.
Javi, right? And not many persons actually think about these things,
That's right.
because sometimes you want to do something in life, right? You want to achieve something in life, but of course you do not have the capital, right? You do not have the
Mm-hmm.
startup cost, but do not allow that to hinder you
That's
from
right.
actually reaching your
That's
goal.
right. That's
So
right.
all you have to do, right? Think about your skills, right? What can you offer in return for that person teaching you,
That's it.
right, a particular skill set, right? Or just for you to actually start your entrepreneurial journey,
Mm-hmm.
right? Leverage, very
That's
very
right.
profound,
That's right. That's right.
Javi, and that is something that I tend to study a lot, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
look into that very very often, right? Because it is
Yeah,
very very important.
man.
Javi, give me a second while I enter my headset,
All right, bro.
because
Yeah, man.
let me know if you're actually hearing my
Yeah, man.
voice.
They're quite clear, bro. You see me? But me tell you something, bro. You see all them stuff there, bro. Most of the stuff that you hear me talk about right now is stuff that I learned like 2 years ago. This is the grind information you're hearing right here. You see me? The hours of sitting down, even going on YouTube, reading books. You see me? Milking the books, them. Cause I'm willing to do. I was willing to do all it took to reach a certain level. All it took. You see me? So yeah, man, you have to be willing to read, guys. I always read certain books. Think and Grow Rich. Can never go wrong with reading a book. You see me? Richard Poor Dad. Persuasion, good books, you see my guys. So get those books, read them, and I'm sure it can impact your life. Wicked, wicked, you see me? Richest Man in Babylon, you see? Big book.
Richest Man in Babylon.
Yeah, man. Bad book.
All right, Javie, are you hearing?
Yeah, man, loud and clear, bro, you see me? Hold up, bro, it kind of drop. The audio kind of drop. Hold on. Drop, bro. It's kind of drop right there, you know.
Okay. So you're saying that I'm very low?
Yeah, bro. Quite low, is it? All of a sudden, the thing just drop. Hold on, man. Something wrong, man. I'm not sure if I'm the only one unable to hear you though. I mean, I don't know if others in the watching the interview can hear. Nada, bro, nada. Don't think it's this. No, bro, not hearing, bro. Nada. Nada, hold on, bro. I'm gonna check it on YouTube, see if I'm the one with the problem. Nada, hold on, bro. I'm gonna check it on. Yeah, man, but I check it on my desktop and not even on the YouTube I can't hear it, bro. So it seems like it's something with the mic, isn't it? Don't know if it's
All right, so I found the issue, bro.
Oh, it's all good now still, isn't it? It's all good now, bro, is it?
All right. So what happened? What happened? All right, Javie, you're gonna have to stop that. You're playing the video?
Oh, nah, man, it's a good now. It's good now.
Okay. All right. So what? Okay, I'm actually getting feedback.
Don't know why. Don't know.
All right.
Oh, I think it's a headset, you know. I think it's a headset. Hold on.
Yeah. Are you playing the video on your end, bro? All right. So can you hear me, bro?
Is it any better now?
But you are low. You are extremely low, bro. All right, viewers. In the meantime, my lovely viewers, right? I hope that you are actually, listening, right, to what is being said, because remember that I will be asking questions,
Yeah,
right?
bro,
And
you can hear me now?
you will need.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
All right. Yeah, man.
But we're having some. I think the other headset was actually better, bro.
All right.
Oh my gosh. So, ladies and gentlemen, right? I hope you are listening, because I will be asking some questions, right? And I will be giving away $500 in call credit, right? All right.
Hold up, bro.
All right.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, bro. Hold on, Javie, you're playing the video?
No, bro, I'm not playing it. It's the headset, isn't it? It's because the mic is so close to the to the speaker, it's echoing on the speaker, is it?
But it didn't sound this way in the beginning.
I'll turn it down.
Because I'm hearing myself now.
Not sure why though. Not sure why. Not sure why.
Okay. What to do here? Because each time I talk, bro, there's an echo. All right. Tell you what, Javie. Do you want to leave the live stream, then come back, and let's and try to reconnect and see if it's better? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are currently waiting on Javie FX to join us back. Right. I'm not really sure what's happening there, but I was actually hearing myself from his side, right? We're getting some feedbacks there. The program is definitely going well so far. So for those persons who are actually just joining in the program, we are going to be splitting the part 3 series into 2. So we're going to be having we're having Javie FX at this moment in time, and then at around 8 p.m. we are going to be having our other guest, which is Crystal Witter, right? So persons who are actually waiting, right, to actually hear what that guest will have to say. You can definitely circle right around 8 p.m. All right, Javie, welcome back, my brother. How is it now?
You can hear me now, right?
Okay, this is much better. This is how it was in the beginning. Yeah, this is awesome.
Cool.
All right, that's better, bro. All right, can everyone in the comment section, right? Can you hear Javie? Can you hear myself clearly? Can everyone hear us clearly? Right? Please let us know in the comment section, right? Let us know what is the quality of the sound, right? So we can adjust where necessary, okay? All right, so let's definitely get into what else we have here, right? Javie, I just want to ask you though, how long have you been trading, right? From discovering, all right, so Tropics, big up Tropics, big up Andrew Cook, big up Karen Sewell, Jermaine Bryan, right? Big up on yourself, Dominic Smalling, big up on yourself, right? The Detonation, yeah man, big up on yourself. Welcome to the live stream, my lovely people, right? Big up on yourself. All right, so let's get back to the session right here. Now, Javie, discovering Forex in high school and taking on this great initiative, right? Taking on this very powerful journey. I just want to ask you, how long now since you left high school, right? How long now have you been in Forex, right? And another question, right, to add to that is, what are some of the feedbacks that you got or you are getting, right, from either family, friends? What are they saying to you, right? Because they're now seeing that you're no longer focused on the traditional path of going to school, but you are now focused on being an entrepreneur and taking on something of your own. What is it like?
All right, so let me answer the first question. How long? So I started it from sixth form, sixth form. So if I can check good, it's around 2 years now since I've started, Forex. Been 2 years now. The feedback, the thing is, can you hear me loud? You can hear me clear, right?
Yes, bro. You're sounding wonderful.
So the feedback now, the thing is, I don't really let everybody know I'm a trader. I don't. As a matter of fact, to this point, there are still certain family members who don't know that I'm actually a trader. You see, because I don't share it with everybody. I don't need to, and that's the beauty about Forex, bro. That's the beauty about Forex. You can be trading and making a lot of money and nobody knows. Nobody
knows.
knows. Isn't it? You can trade, smash it, you know, and it's your business. The only person you know is you and your broker. Is it? So
You're a
nobody,
broker.
yeah,
Like
nobody.
that. You're a broker.
You see, nobody. I mean, but for the persons who actually know, though, my close friends who I consider my family as well. The feedback is great. And in my opinion, even for those family members who don't know, once the money is wheeling in, they have no problem with it. You see, they have no problem. Would I want to go to college or not? It don't really matter. Once I have proof that I am actually making it, making a living for myself, it doesn't really matter whether I'm going to college or not, isn't it, bro?
You know, well, I'm happy for that, Javi, because you know, not many families or many parents, you know, that will actually endorse or you
That's
know
right.
encourage their children taking the non-traditional path, you know. And so I have to ask a question, because I know many persons, you know, they have received a backlash, right, because you know they are not doing what their parents told them to do, right? Where what their auntie told them to do, or their uncle, or you know what persons on a general basis tell them to do. You know, so I'm actually happy that you have that support, right?
That's
And
right.
the support is very important, because you know I believe that once someone is actually trying to do something outside of the norm, right? If they are receiving support, right, that is very good. You know, because sometimes you need that motivation. You just need that little support. Because if you're doing something and it's just pure negativity, sometimes you might feel discouraged. You know. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, once you have that level of support from your parents, you know, that is very good, my brother. So I'm happy for that. As a young man, you know, you do everything. You know, it is very essential for you. And I'm happy that you're receiving your support, my bro. You know,
Yeah, all of it.
I just wanna also.
Yeah, go ahead. But hold on, bro. Besides thing now, you
All
know,
right, so
hold on, bro. You mentioned something a while ago. Can you hear me clear?
all
Can you hear
right,
me?
Javi, you're breaking up. I'm not sure if
Yeah, they're breaking up. So I'm
yeah,
just
you're
trying to
breaking
find
up, bro. I'm
out.
not sure if it's
Hmm.
yeah,
Don't know why now.
you're breaking up, bro.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, man, I hear you, but I still hear some little breaks here. I'm not really sure what to say, but
Um.
you know, what were you saying, bro? What were you saying?
Yeah. You mentioned something about support. You know, how important it is to get support from from family members and so on. But the thing is, uh, I didn't always get support. You know, and the thing is, in my opinion, whether you're being supported or not, it's your dream at the end of the day. You see me? At the end of the day, it's your dream. So it doesn't really matter what others think, or whether they want to support you or not. It's your dream. Go after it. You see me? Is it?
Um, yeah, Javi, can you hear me? Okay, hold on. Okay, my lovely viewers, we're having a bit of difficult difficulty here. Okay, so Andrew is saying that it seems to be my end. Andrew, can you hear me? And Karine is saying it's my end. Karine, can you? Oh, okay. Okay. Can you all hear me? Okay. So persons are saying that I am breaking up. Hold on. Okay. So it's yeah, the keys. Uh, Javi, welcome.
Yo, you can hear me now, bro, right? You can hear me, right?
So it seems to be my. Okay, no, can you hear Javie? Can everyone hear Javie clearly?
Yeah, because the your voice, bro, it's kind of on and off. You know what I mean?
So Javie.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
you're saying that I'm breaking up? Is that what you're saying? So that I'm breaking up from my end?
Yeah, man, you're kind of on and off, breaking off. It's kind of I can figure out what you're saying, but it's kind of difficult.
So Javie, okay. All right.
I don't know,
All
bro.
right,
I
so
don't know what to do
Javie,
with
all
this
right.
one.
So give me a moment. Let me just correct this here. All right, give me a moment. Let me just.
All right, bro. Georgia. Javie audio fine. Javie is clear, doc. Yeah, guys. Yo, my goal right here is just to inspire one person. You see me? Yeah, man. Even if it's one person, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but even if it's one person, I just want to inspire somebody. Like, you see me? There's way more to life than what we have been taught. I mean, not everybody would agree with me, but kind of idea. I mean, that's how my life has been based. You know, to have disagreements with persons, but still be comfortable with that same way. So I just hope somebody is able to be inspired. You know, I made up my mind to forward on this interview to just inspire at least one person. You know, that listen, anything is possible. You know, challenges are out there. Yeah, I understand that most of you are having difficulties, are having challenges. It's not easy. Some of you guys are younger than me. Some of you are older than me. It doesn't really matter. The age don't really matter. And that's the thing. I have erased age out of my mind. Erased it completely. Like when it comes down to age, yo, bro, here.
All right. So Javie, can you hear me better? Is that better?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's good. It's good. But you kind of low still, no, bro. To be honest, kind of low.
All right. So all right, you're saying that I'm a bit low.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
All right. The viewers, am I extremely low? Let me know. Okay, let me fix that. Just found the issue. Okay, how am I sounding now, bro?
Yeah, man. You're good now.
All right, wonderful. All right, so let's
Yeah,
get
man.
back to business.
Yeah, man.
Right. So for those persons, you are just joining in, right? The man in the house tonight is Javie FX. We have been speaking to Javie so far, and it has been profound. We are having a wonderful time so far, right? And it is a very, very, very informative session, right? And I will be asking some questions at the end of this segment, right? Thank you so much, Dominic. Dominic is saying better. Thank you so much. At the end of this segment, I will be asking some questions, right? So for those persons who have their digital phone, right, you are going to be able to win $500 in digital call credit, right? So just pay attention to the details of what Javie FX is saying, because I'm going to ask some questions, okay? All right. Now, Javie, you're hearing me clearly now, right?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear, bro. Isn't it?
All right, big up, bro. All right, so I want to ask you, Javie, do you teach or mentor? Like, you are in Forex
Oh.
now. Do you teach? Do you mentor?
I mean, well, officially, not really. I'm not really, into the whole course thing as yet. No, as a matter of fact, I'm not even sure if I want to get fully in the whole course industry. But a few persons actually reach out to me, Actually, almost every day, persons reach out to me and actually join. And yeah, if you reach out to me, then definitely I will assist you. I will, if I can assist, because not everybody. Some persons join and I just tell them straight up that, yo, bro, listen, I don't think you really need my help because you have certain things figured out. But if I realize that you need some help, then yes, I will offer mentoring. So it's 1 month worth of mentoring, and I try to just help you in the best way I possibly can. I've been doing it for what? For like 4 months now, because what really happened, the story of how it started, because it's not like I planned it. The story of how it happened was a lady reached out to me a couple months ago, and she was like, as I was posting my analysis, my chart analysis on my Instagram. That time I had like what, like 300 followers, and I was posting my analysis, and she liked how I analyze the charts, and she asked me, hey Javi, could you actually teach me this, how you enter the market, how you exit and stuff like that, and decided, you know what, I'm going to help her out, mentor her. I did it completely free. I did not charge her anything. I didn't need to charge her. So I just help her out for free. And I realized that, mentoring, having a mentor is powerful because she's killing it. Just by the few tips I gave her, she basically started to trade. I mean, I don't think she's, um, you know, killing it like at my level as yet. It's gonna take her a while to reach my level, yes. But I mean, yes, she has been growing, and I realized the power of it. So I started to post that session, and I realized that more and more persons were interested. They like how I trade, how I keep it simple, why I'm effective, why I preach psychology. Most of it is based on your mindset, how you trade, your belief. Because tell you something, bro. You see, the way you have been naturally brought up in this world, the way you interact with everyday objects, the way, I mean, even animals, the way you interact with things every day, it's quite different from how the Forex market operates. So you see, to become a trader, it's a journey. You first have to change your mindset, because your regular mindset has no place in the market. You lose a trade, or you take a setup, you take a trade, it looks exactly like this. And because you lost it, the next time you see something exactly like this, you won't take the trade. And that's the thing. Trading, you have to understand that, well, the market might look like this X way, and then you take the trade, you lose it. But that doesn't mean that you did something wrong. You followed your plan, so you are trading the right way. And people just appreciate that, and they reach out to me every day, like I said, reach out, and I give my advice, I give help. Some persons don't join, and I'm able to DM and message. Some person just watch the videos and learn, because I do upload free content almost every day, and just give advice. So that's the movement, bro. Right now, I think it's a quite fast growing community right now on Instagram, going quite fast, because like I said, about what, 4 months ago I had what, 300 followers, and now it's growing. Serious thing, bro. Serious thing. A few months ago,
Well,
it was like 3 bills, and if from posting and interacting with people, because I view them as my family now. I view my viewers, persons who comment, persons who DM me, they are my family. And I just want to help out everybody, because I know that, bro, it took me 2 years, as I said, and waking up every day, it's difficult to get that determination, to get that fire, to get up every day and work, backtest, read. It's difficult. So if I had someone to guide me back then I would be miles ahead right now. So that's what I want to be. I want to be that universal mentor to guide persons. You see me? Listen, just don't make these mistakes. These are some common beginner mistakes. Avoid these. Don't focus on the money as yet. Focus on getting the right knowledge and so on. So it's giving tips like that, bro. It's giving that keeps the thing, keeps the momentum growing for the Javie FX community. Yeah, bro.
I love that, bro. And one thing I can say, bro, is that the principle of giving, the more you give,
Mm.
the more you receive.
Value.
And I see there, where you are giving a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that, in you giving, And I see someone in the comment section says that they are one of them. I'm assuming that that's a student of yours, bro, or
Oh,
someone who you are mentoring, right? Probably you won't be able to actually see the comment. That is Andrew Cook. Andrew Cook. Why do I keep saying Cook? Andrew
oh, yeah,
Cook. All
man,
right.
Andrew. Big
Big
up
up
yourself,
yourself,
Andrew.
Andrew. Right. Right. So it is a very powerful movement, bro. And as I said before, you are extremely young. The first program I had, right? The youngest forex trader I have so far on the program was Saucy FX. He's on Instagram. He is Saucy FX, and he's actually
Oh,
17 years old, right?
okay.
And you are 20 years old. And
Mm.
when I actually see the dynamics of the age, of
Yeah,
persons who are actually,
crazy,
it's phenomenal,
crazy,
and I
bro.
really love how you guys are actually
Mm-hmm.
coming into the industry, and you
Yeah,
guys are dominating the game.
that's right, bro.
I'm
That's right.
really
That's right.
proud of you, bro.
That's right. Because this is
you
the thing,
know
bro. Young people, we all have dreams. We all have dreams, and we have been brought up thinking that you have to spend years, going to college and blah blah blah, to achieve your goals. But listen, I guarantee that, you see, right now, no matter, it doesn't matter your age, anybody can do Forex. Once you have the principles in mind, once you know what you're doing, you can make it. You see me? It doesn't really, your age doesn't really matter. Because this is the thing now, the mindset is that, all right, success is attached to a certain age, because, and that is why when a certain, someone, let's say you graduate from college at let's say 17 or 20 years old, people, it's that's extraordinary, because we naturally believe that you have to be 24, 25 to graduate, and to reach a certain level. But in Forex, it works zero like that. Nada. Like nada. Like age doesn't really matter, bro. You see it? Like you can be 10 years old. As a matter of fact, I am now teaching my 8-year-old cousin. She's 8. And I'm teaching her to, candlestick, engulfing, bearish engulfing, pin bar, teaching her all that stuff, how to identify that. You see it? She's 8. It doesn't even matter.
Powerful.
Yeah, man. It doesn't matter, yo. You see it?
It's a
It
powerful
doesn't even
move. It's a
matter. You
powerful
see
move.
it? Mm-hmm.
Sounds really good, Javi. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds extremely good. I want to ask this question, bro. Right? What's your opinion, right, on the relationships that Jamaican forex traders they have with each other?
Oh,
Are they supportive of each other, or are we more on the competitive spectrum, where individuals are worrying about other forex traders stealing their clients, when it should actually be students, right? I just want to hear
yeah.
your take on that, bro, because
Uh, all right. Well, this is the thing, bro. I don't really see the
what's your
competition.
perspective?
Honestly,
What's your
to be honest,
perspective,
let me be honest.
right?
Let me be honest. Let me be completely honest. So far, I don't really see the competition. I don't really identify as yet. Maybe I'm just new to the game. I haven't seen there's more for me to experience. But I don't really see that as yet. No, because, and even if it is so, that's wrong, because at the end of the day, we should have be focused on helping people, and not compete. But like I said, I haven't experienced it as yet. And yeah, the goal should always be to help others. Whether honestly, listen to me. Courses, I definitely believe in courses, because it's us against the college system, guy, bro, isn't it? It's us against universities. Come on, are you going to pay what, 4 million Jamaican dollar to go to college? Bro, you can pay like, just pay like a fraction of that. Get a mentor, learn Forex, and you can be making way more than you possibly would graduating. Trust me now. Not every Forex is not for everybody, and I want to make this clear before I leave. Forex not for everybody, because not everybody have the mindset. Not everybody would do it and succeed in it, because I realize that you have to have a certain mindset. Like, work hard every day. Not everybody has that drive, bro. Not everybody can get up, early in the morning, back test, read, without getting discouraged for months. Not for a week, not for a day, for months, for a year, for 2 years. Not everybody can do that, bro. You see? So it's not for everybody. But I think everybody has a shot at it. Everybody has a chance. Everybody should have a chance at Forex. You see me? So that should be the aim, bro, for us to work together, inspire the young people, get the young people on board, man. You see me? Because there's still a lot of people out there. There's still a lot of work to get done, bro. You see me? So let's just work together, get people, have them understand the game, trade, secure some money. You see me? That's the drive, bro. You see me? Not compete. Sorry, I don't see it, bro. You see it?
All right, my brother. You know, definitely, Javi. We need to ensure that we educate persons, right? Of this alternative way of making money, right? And individuals, are aware of how powerful Forex is. The amount of money you can make in one day is just ridiculous.
Crazy.
Comparing to just a regular 9 to 5.
It's not easy, bro. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
That's right.
It's not easy, but it's definitely possible. Javi, I want to ask you, what are some of the things that you struggled with when you just began Forex, right? When you just began Forex, what are some of the things that you struggled with, right? What are some of the struggles that you had? How would you inspire those persons out there who are currently doing Forex, right? And they are currently struggling, right? Did you also have a struggle?
That's right, bro. Let me tell you, bro. You see, my biggest struggle was believing that you have it all right. Everything makes sense. On the paper, everything makes sense. You have a strategy. You believe that it's working. It should work. You have your game plan is well figured out, but the account size is just going down. You see me? That's a challenge. I mean, it took and you have to objectively look at yourself and say, what are you doing wrong? What should you change right now? You see me? That was a challenge for me, bro, because like I said, technicals, bro, there's a point in my life, in my trading journey, where I watch probably every YouTube video. I try to understand everything. I try to read almost every book I could have find, educate myself. Baby Pips, read off the entire Baby Pips website. I did this, I did that, everything. No joke, bro, everything. You see, some YouTube videos I could watch and repeat what the guy is saying word by word. That's how much I milk the information. And despite all that, I'm still not profitable. You see, and it took me a while to figure out that, okay, this is wrong. You need to change this, you need to fix this, and that's a challenge. So, I'm sure everybody is gonna reach that point in their Forex journey where you're giving it your all, but your account size is dropping. You're losing money. You see, most traders are losing money, and it's when you put two things together. You see me, and your mids. By the way, your whole mindset have to shift. Your whole mindset have to change. It's a whole different ball game when you start to think about being a profitable trader. You have to operate robotic, like a robot, like seeing the market. You have to carry mids on a different level, bro. You see me? Like a machine.
No emotions.
Well, hold on, bro. No emotion. Not really. So there isn't any emotions in it, bro. You see? Not really. Because as a human, it's hard to trade with zero emotion. But you have it controlled. You have it controlled to the point where you're executing your trades systematically. You see me? And not be random. Because the only thing that should be random in your trading is the market. Because you can go on it right now and it do whatever it wants. But you have to be systematic in your approach. You see me? Bro, you have to be systematic. And that's how the growth really, you see the growth. You see it, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Javi, I see you use this. I don't know if it's a slang of yours, right? But you use this this slang, right? Javi one shot.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Yo, talk to us. Yo, where that
All
come
right.
from? Like,
So
yo,
so
Javie one shot. Tell the people
so
them say,
so
yo, tell
all
them where
right.
that come from. Javie
All
one
right.
shot.
So it's basically my style of trading. It's a little bit about how I trade. You know, I just take one shot. If I see a setup, if I see a trade, if I see an opportunity, there's just one shot. I can't miss. There's no missing. If I take the trade, if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But there's no second shot. It's just one. And that's also something that I want all my traders, all traders watching this live to take away. You see, if you're chasing trades, fear of missing out, fear of missing a trade, an opportunity, you take your end. Because
Fear
let me
of
tell you
missing
something,
out.
bro. There was a point. There's a point. Not first when I was in IML. See, there's a point where, bro, yo,
Have to keep it low, have to keep it low.
all right, bro, isn't me? There's a point. Yeah, my bad. There's a point when I was taking like, 8 trades a day, but one after the other. I mean, I say, yo, nah, man. So
Madness.
I just decided that yo, I have to change this. I have to change how I'm operating. Just one trade, minimize, because this is the thing. Every time you're in the market, your account is at risk. So your goal is to bring that risk down. The easiest way to bring the risk down is to limit the amount of times you're trading. If you're over trading, limit it. You see me? So that's it. Per day, I only take one trade. Or some days I don't trade none at all. Some weeks I don't trade none at all. I might not trade. If I need a break from the market, I might not trade for an entire month. You see me? Just take a break. Do something else. You see me? Get back the mindset on board and then kill the market next time. You see it? Yeah, bro.
Hot daddy, yeah man. This is Javie FX in the building, man. Yeah man, Javie FX. So for those persons who are just joining in, we have Javie FX in the building, right? Javie is a very young forex trader, and he is doing tremendously well. And I must say, I am proud of him, right? Because as a forex trader, right, and just taking a look at how Javie is doing his thing, I must say that he stands out, right, in his own little way. He really stands out. And even just his term, just his name, Javie FX, Javie one shot. Yeah man, him have a little thing, man. Is it me? I say man shot, is it me? Yeah man, the man thing up, man, is it me? So big up yourself, Javie. Me rate the thing, is it me? I say.
Blessings, bro. Blessings.
Javie, I just wanna ask you a question. What sets you apart from the crowd, right? Javie FX. What sets you apart, right, from everybody else? Because, bro, let me tell you, the forex industry is saturated, right? We have a lot of persons in the forex industry. We have a lot of gurus, right? A lot of persons who are selling courses and stuff. And but what sets you apart, right? What if someone should say to you, okay, I am thinking of coming over to Javie FX and linking Javie FX because I wanna learn forex trading, right? What sets you apart? What sets Javie apart?
Me tell you, bro, 2 things. First of all, I don't classify myself as a guru. Very important. I don't classify myself as a guru. Why? Because I more see myself as a guy just documenting my life, documenting from my life from scratch to driving my dream car or doing whatever I want to accomplish, and I am just helping others along the way. So I don't really view myself as a guru. I don't really associate myself with that term. Nothing is wrong with being a guru. Nothing is wrong with being somebody selling courses and stuff like that. But no, not necessarily. I don't really aim at that. My aim is just to help others along the way, help others along the journey. Because not everybody has the momentum, has the power, like have the drive. Like even me and you, bro. Not everybody have that power in them, bro. But yet still they want to trade. They want to trade and make money, but they just don't have that power to get up every day and work. I want to pull those persons with me along the way. So that's even if you don't have the motivation, just watch the Javie page, get on board the Javie page, pre the content, pre my messages, and even you DM me. You see me? You're having problem, DM me, and I'm able to pull you along the way. the content as well. That sets me apart. Because I see nothing wrong with giving out free content. Yeah? I mean, helping. That's the best way to help. I mean, if you really want to help people, then you should deliver free content. You should give out knowledge to persons because, I mean, what if somebody just have one specific problem and one video can solve it? You know. So that's my aim, bro, to just deliver free content. And this is the thing, guys. When you're on my page, understand that everything I post is these are stuff that help me personally. And remember that I did not have I did not have a mentor when I was trading. So guess what? Everything is kind of different. The way I trade, it's unique to I do it because I didn't learn from anybody. I didn't get somebody else's strategy and tweak it. No, it's from scratch. Basically I did kind name again Edison. 14,000 light bulb, one word. That's how I did it. That's how I did it, bro. Isn't me?
Yo, we have the physicist in the building. We have, Javie, the chemist, the physicist, the Forex scientist. Yeah, man, Javie one shot, man. Pick up yourself. Yeah, man. Right, man.
Try and error, bro. Try and error. Try many ways.
Someone is asking a question, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Javie, someone is asking a question. If Baby Pips helped him.
That's right.
They're asking if Baby Pips helped him.
Yeah, a lot. Whole lot. Baby Pips helps a lot. Can tell us straight. Like Baby Pips is more valuable than most YouTube videos out there. I can tell us straight. But you see, Baby Pips, it only gives you basic knowledge. It gives you the introduction to Forex. It does not give you a strategy. Eventually, you will need a strategy. But guess what? Don't get a mentor not understanding the basics of Forex. No, you have to understand what a candlestick is. I mean, don't sign up. Don't join the program and expect I'm gonna teach you what a pip is. Guys, go on Google. What is a pip? Is it? Go on Baby Pips. What is a candle? How candles work? What is support? What is resistance? You sign up for me to teach you advanced stuff to better your trading, not for me to show you them basic stuff there. I mean, if you have problem, sure, I will assist you with basic stuff, but do your part first in going on Baby Pips. It's an incredible website. I can't stress it enough. Baby Pips, the way to go for the basic knowledge, isn't it? But when you want to learn advanced stuff, get somebody to show you that, isn't it? Or, yeah, just get somebody to show you. That's the quickest way and most efficient way to for getting a Forex strategy.
All right, so that was a question there for Javie, right? And viewers, subscribers, all my lovely people in the building, if you have questions for Javie, you could definitely just drop those questions, and we will or if you have questions, right, we can answer those questions, right? Javie, how can persons reach out to you? Right, if persons want to actually get in touch with Javie FX, right, how can they actually reach out to you? So where can they find you, bro?
The fastest way is on my IG, Javie_FX. That's the fastest way. But send me a DM. I like to interact with persons. Send me a voice note, and just reach out to me, text me. Let's connect. If once you're interesting enough. You might even become my close friend, because some persons right now, I text them every day. On Instagram, I message them every day. I talk to them, like they are my regular friends. You see? So message me, let's talk, let's have a talk. You see? Tell me what problems you're having in your Forex. If I have the time, I'll respond. I'll give you an advice. You run away with it, better your life, better your trading. You see me? That's how I keep it, bro. You see? So Javie FX on IG, you see me? Yeah,
Javie FX on IG, my lovely people. I'm gonna be giving out. I'm gonna be asking. I'm gonna be asking 2 questions, right? And Javie, I want you to let the persons who are answering the questions, right, let them know if the answer is correct.
All right.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, right, You know, we heard a lot about Javie just now, right? So now is the time for you to win $500 in digital call credit, right? So let me see let me see those persons who are actually listening, right? The first question, right? I don't want to give a very easy question in a Javie. Give me 1 second.
You think, man? You think, bro? You think, bro?
Let me find a question here. All right. All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna give a very easy question first. How old is? Oh, by the way, let me put it in 2 parts. So you need to answer this question with 2 answers. someone start commenting Veer already. So it's like they are predicting my question. All right. So the question is, my lovely people, right? How old is Javie FX, and what is his full name? That's the question, right? How old is Javie FX, and what's his full name? Let me see who will answer this question first. Right? How old is Javie FX, right? And what is his full name?
Yeah, man.
What? Dominic Smalling. All right, Dominic Smalling. Well, all right. So Ian, oh my gosh. But wait. All right. So Shante said 24. Dominic, but let me see who won. The person that won is actually Dominic Smalling, because he answered both. He gave both answers before everyone else. So Dominic Smalling, right? Please DM me on Instagram, right? And just let me know that you had partake in the giveaway, right? So I can actually take your number and just send you that $500 in digital call credit. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be doing another live after this with another guest. Her name is Crystal Witter. She's an amazing young lady, and I'm also going to be giving away credit in that streaming as well. Right now, the next question, because I want to give away 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, Javie, you want to ask a question? I wonder if I should give Javie the opportunity to ask. No, hold on. No, hold on. Oh. Javie FX, right? When he grew up in Jamaica and somewhere else.
Yeah.
What other country? What other country? What you know? What other country? Did Javie grow up in?
Yeah, man.
Let me see them people there listening to Javie. Let me see if those persons are listening.
Someone asked to talk about lot size.
Lot size. All right. Hold on. Before we go to that, hold on. Hold up. All right. So Andrew Coke.
Yeah.
He answered Curacao. He's the first one to respond, and he answered Curacao. Javie, that is indeed the answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Andrew Koki came first, right? So Andrew, please DM me on Instagram, and I can transfer your $500 in call credit. Javie, you said that someone wanted us to this. Oh yes, that's true. So Ian Spencer, he is saying that he want to talk about lot size. All right. Do you want to share, Javie?
Yeah,
do you want to?
All right. So this is how the whole lot size game work now. If you have an iPhone, download my FX book. If you have an Android, download Forex calculator. It's a black and white icon. Let's download that. That will help you massively.
Black and white icon.
massively they're gonna help you guys because they automatically calculate your lot size, position size calculators. You can use one on Google as well. Calculate your lot size. Don't guess your lot size. Don't say, oh, I feel like using this lot size today. No, everything. Remember I said it now, guys. Everything must be systematic. Your approach to the market must be systematic. The only thing that's random is the market itself. But your lot size, all them stuff there, you want to have a specific way to calculate it. Use MyFX book for iPhone and Forex calculator for Android. And yeah, man, that would help you out a lot.
All right. All right. So Ian Spencer, you could definitely consult those algorithms. Okay, so he's saying that I understand how to calculate, but how does it affect your mentality, the size of the lot you are trading? All right. If all right, I think I could actually give you an answer in regards to that. Let me give an answer for that, Ian. All right. So number one, Ian, right? As Javi said before, you see, before you enter a trade, right? You have to ensure that you have a trading plan, right? It's a systematic approach, right? So what happens is that you need to know, right, how much money you are willing to lose. You know, it's not about the lot size really, right? Because it's all dependent on how much money you are willing to lose. Because guess what? If your stop loss is 50 pips, or if your stop loss is 20 pips, the amount of money that you are going to lose will be different. But guess what? It is the same lot size. So of course, you know, your psychology, it might not affect you if you lose with a certain lot size with a 20 pip. But you know, you need to know how much money you are willing to risk on your trade, bro. Right? If you know that your bank account is only has $20,000 in it, bro, there is no way in hell you can be using a lot size. That's going to be risking your entire account, or your trading account, right? So, bro, like your lot size will affect your psychology, but it will only affect your psychology when you cannot afford to lose a certain amount of money, right? Because what happens is that I can be willing to lose like 500 US, right? And someone else, like, them can't even afford to lose 20 US, right? So really and truly, bro, I hope this answers your questions.
And next thing, bro, another thing.
Anything else?
You know what?
Yes, Javi, you can.
You know what also it affects psychology massively if you borrow money to trade, if you borrow money to put in a trading account. And honestly, I realize that a couple persons are actually doing that. Like, they are so confident that they're going to kill it in Forex that they actually borrow friends' money, family, loan, deposit it in their account to trade. Guys, don't do that, because you don't.
God!
You don't know how the market gonna treat you. You know, especially if you are that confident that you're gonna borrow money. Well, you're gonna be confident enough to over leverage, and the money gone quicker than you open up the account. Gone. But boy, it's reality. The average person that over leverages will blow their account. The average person, the average Joe, you'll blow your account. So that's why I don't encourage it none at all. So don't borrow money, guys. If you're gonna trade, save up some money and trade it. But they're gonna take a couple months to save it up, then you put in your trade account. It's your money, and you're not gonna feel no way if you lose it. You see me? Because it's yours in the first place. You see me? So just save and trade, not borrow and trade. You see me?
Okay. That's a serious thing, bro. Like no joke, right? You can just imagine you borrow like 100,000. Yeah, you borrow 100,000, bro. And you put in a trading account, and then bam, bam, bam,
gone.
Like, you're gone, bro. And what's funny is that, you see, just that's how you can make money in Forex, like how fast, like you can lose money in no time.
That's right.
Ian Spencer is saying, okay, gotcha. Thanks, my mentality changes when I trade a mini lot as opposed to a micro or a standard. Definitely, bro, because what happened is that, as a matter of fact, you see, whenever you're trading, Ian, there is something called drawdown, right? And if you observe certain traders, right? If you take a look at certain trades, persons who are actually trading and actually show their live trades, right? You have some persons who can actually manage to see a drawdown of like even 2,000 US or 20. I know this guy on Instagram. The man, I see a drawdown of, I don't know if I don't know if it's 80,000 US. I don't know, but it was a big figure, right? As a big figure, and like if it was some person's, Lord God, heart attack and dead. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
You
really,
understand what
bro.
I'm saying? So you have
That's
to know
right,
how much
bro.
money you're willing to lose.
To lose.
You
That's
understand?
right.
Because
That's
the
right.
drawdown, not many persons can
Can
manage
handle
to
it.
see the red. Not many persons can handle the red. Not many
That's the
persons
first thing,
can
bro.
handle that.
That's right. That's the first step, bro, to determine what you're comfortable to put in your trading account and also to risk. You see me? You have to, because, let me tell you something, bro. Let me give you a story, an actual trading experience I had. So, I bought GJ, I think it was back in last like October. I bought GJ, you see me? And a comfortable place to trade gambit. My stop loss in place. I was risking my usual 3%, everything on point. Guess what happened? The pair moved so volatile. The broker come like him forgot that my stop loss was right here. GJ went below my stop loss. And then now when it slowed down, the broker register the currency at whatever price. And then I lost all of that money. So my stop loss was in place perfectly, But my account almost got blown. Was I not risking let's say the 3%? That account gone. You see me? So the market can move so
Oh
volatile
God.
because the thing is a stop loss is just you telling the broker to kick you out at this price. But it's a software. It's just a software. The market don't rely on that software. It can go below your stop loss. You see, if it's volatile enough. So that was a crazy experience. Bro, I have a question for you, bro. Hold on. I know it's your interviewing, bro, but I really want to bring across this point. What adjustment you think need to be made to the school system? Like if you could say, okay, I think the school system needs this adjustment, high school or college. I think they need to implement this into the teaching, into the whole system. What do you think that they need to change? What change do you think need to be made?
Okay, that's a very good question, bro. I don't know how many forex traders would respond to this because um it would be a case, right, for forex traders who actually maybe live from selling. I have to be careful how I actually answer this question, right? I have to be very careful, right?
There's
But
nothing to lose, bro.
for
Come
forex
on.
traders who actually so forex traders who actually depend upon selling courses and stuff, it would impact them. That it would impact them, right? So I'm not sure how they would respond or how they would actually if they would support it, right? But at the same time, with forex being such a very powerful skill set, I definitely think that it could be implemented in the school's curriculum. Right, I see someone saying that at least in sixth form. Javi, that's a very good question because I think it should, right? Because right now, to be honest, there are so many courses out there that are in the school system, right? That are in the curriculum.
Outdated.
They are outdated.
That's right.
They
Right.
are outdated, bro. Right? They are irrelevant,
Bro,
right?
we're talking retarded stuff. Like
they are
retarded.
redundant.
Yeah. That don't make no sense, bro. Is it?
They're redundant, and if forex, if someone in the comment, these persons are not easy, not joking. All right, so these persons are a joker in the comment, creating all madness in the comment. But yes, yeah, it's a very serious question. I think it should, bro. I definitely think it should, but not all forex traders would be up for it because number one, you're taking away their bread because many of them they sell course and that's the main That's their main source,
That's
right?
right.
Source of income, So it's a two-part question. It might affect some traders, right? But of course, it will benefit the school system.
All right, bro. What's
You want
another,
to
bro?
say anything on that, bro?
Yeah. All right. You see, it doesn't have to directly be Forex, that panelist, no panelist, Crystal Witter.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we have the lovely Crystal Witter joining us. On the forum, right? As I said to you all that she would be joining us pretty soon, and she is here, right? Crystal, just want to welcome you. I'm gonna welcome you the right way shortly, right? But we're answering a question right here with Javie. So
Yeah.
let me get that done. Then I'll get to
Yeah,
you.
bro.
You're
We
looking
can't
lovely
fast.
tonight. Thank you for coming.
We can't fast, bro. So, all right. I don't necessarily think Forex itself has to be implemented in the school system, but I just think that they need to bring the whole online community in the high school system. Like, get rid of isosceles triangles, scaling, blah blah blah, one to many, one to one. Get rid of some stuff. You see me? Implement some actual online stuff right now that people need to learn. Would that be advertising? Would that be how to connect with influencers? Would that be, I don't know, copywriting? There's so much that you can learn online right now. So much. Software development, so much. Implement some of that in the school system. Get rid of some of the old stuff, I mean, hey, I'm not hating on the teachers. Hey, teachers are amazing. Teachers are great. Some teachers are very lovely, but the system itself, they need to sit down and restructure it. You see me? Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Thank you, so much, Javi. Very, very important point for us there. I hear some persons in the comment. Okay, so they're saying that they won't do mainly because more persons will try to gravitate to it rather than studying to be a doctor, etc. And government won't want that. I can definitely see where you're going with that, and there might be there's some merit to that, because what happens is that because of how fast you can learn Forex and then you just start making money, then
Well, relative,
if that should be implemented,
that's
really
right.
and truly, because really and truly, many persons going to school, they want, the main aim is to make money. So if they should implement it in the school system, if they should implement
Yeah.
Forex in the school system, then
Most
yeah,
persons
it
wouldn't.
might, for some persons, yeah, it might affect
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think, for real, because you're gonna have less doctors, you're gonna have, probably it would not be wise.
Thinking about
I
it,
don't know.
probably. But it's worth trying though.
It would be a bit problematic, probably.
All right.
It might be
Let
a
me
bit
tell you why
problematic.
it won't happen. Let me tell you why Forex itself won't happen, because it's like thing now. Remember, universities, they profit. It's a business, University is a business. They profit from students. So I am a loss to UTech. I am a loss to UE, because I mean it's what $2 million less revenue they've made. You see me? They don't like that. So guess what? They're not going to implement. They definitely won't implement certain things in the school system. You see me? Because more and more persons would just. But this is the thing, you're talking about efficiency, though, because listen, if more and more persons do Forex, or let's say get an online business, which I think is way more profitable than certain jobs, right? The economy overall would be more efficient, because you're talking about a young person making money. Let's say the average young person is making more money, right? You're able to contribute more to the economy, is it? And, you know what I mean? Than go to do a regular job and do this, do that, is it? You're contributing more, you see me? More business. So if they're smart enough, they would do it. But if they're not, then we just stick to the old system.
You know what, Javi, I like this conversation, and one of the reasons why I love this conversation is because, not only because of you and I and our knowledge, but the person that is also here, which is Crystal Witter, I think that she will also be able to share with us some pointers as well. So I'm gonna dive into her, Javi. I'm gonna introduce her and bring her on board,
Yeah,
right? So
bro.
we can definitely have even a richer
All right, bro.
discussion. And for
Yeah,
those who
man.
are just joining in, right, I will be giving away credit again, right? So stay tuned for more, right?
All right,
Just
bro.
ensure that you are paying attention to details, okay?
Yeah, bro.
Because I will be giving
Blessings.
away credit once again, okay?
All right, bro.
All
Blessings.
right.
All right. Take care, everybody. Listen, bro. Watching. Hey, I gotta head off, bro. So, take care. This
Yeah,
was a
bro.
huge success. I mean, this was we killed it, bro. Yo, we killed it. We killed it. We smashed it. You see?
Yeah, man. It,
So,
wa- it, wa- it was great having you,
yeah, bro.
Javi. It was definitely a wonderful,
Blessings.
wonderful discussion, right? And I welcome you again to the program.
Yeah, bro.
Anytime.
All right, bro.
So big up yourself, Javi. One shot.
Blessings. All right. Take care. Take care, everybody. All right.
All right, big up, bro. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Crystal. I have been waiting, for you. But I've been patient. We've been patient here, and I just want to start off by introducing you to our viewers, right? Um, Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal is a fourth-year international student from Jamaica, right? Pursuing a major in psychology. She is the outgoing chair of St. Mary's University Student Association Board of Directors, right? Crystal is a student leader and entrepreneur with business in the beauty and health and wellness industry. She is the founder of eyelash, sorry, eyelash, eyelash icon HFX, and co-founder of Crystal's Treasure Herbarium, where she partners with her twin brother Christopher. Crystal is passionate about youth development, leadership, and women empowerment. Her leadership feats were recently recognized with the Brian J. Rice Award for Excellence in Student Governance, for showing the greatest commitment to excellence in board governance, and the Literary M Award in recognition of her literary contribution to the university community. How are you doing today, my sis?
I am very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, Crystal. I'm happy that you actually took the time out to be on this program, right? Because I know that the viewers are going to learn a lot, and they're going to be inspired by you, because I am inspired by you.
Wow.
And even if
Thank you.
Sean Stoltz is saying big up, all right. So well, I will still get to that. So all right. Crystal, I just want to say I am extremely proud of your achievements, right? You have excelled greatly, right, in academia, and you are also setting a trend, right? You are also inspiring many young persons out there who are also on the same journey, right? And, last week's program, we had Sean Stoltz and Rohan Roberts, and you would have known Sean Stoltz, right? Because Sean, I think he taught you in what, primary school,
Mhm.
and we are all proud of you, Crystal. We are all proud of you, and we want nothing but the best for you, Crystal. And with this said, I just want to dive straight into your interview. I just want to dive straight into that. And the first question I want to ask you, Crystal, is, where are you from? I know you're from Jamaica, but where in Jamaica did you grow up? Where are you from? And for the viewers, who are out there who do not know Crystal, where are you from, Crystal?
Okay, so before I answer your question, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to come here and to inspire your viewers. I'm also very proud of you. This is a great initiative. Kudos to you, all the listeners. Hello. So where am I from? I'm from Mandeville, Manchester. I went to the Manchester High School where I met you and Moy. And yeah, like Manchester, all in all, I think most of my skills were developed at Manchester High School. So I have to big them up real large because that's where my foundation is, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. I want to ask you, for those persons who don't even know about Crystal, right? Crystal has a twin brother. And Crystal, in growing up, your brother Christopher, wherever you are, if you're watching this, big up yourself, right? Big up yourself, Christopher. Yeah, man, long time to see you, but yeah, man, we'll link up very soon, right? So big up yourself in the meantime, bro. You growing up as a twin, Crystal, right? What was the experience for you as a young lady and growing up as a twin? And were you growing up in a single parent home, or was it a nuclear family? What was it like for you, right?
Thank you for that question. I grew up with a single parent, so it was just my mom only with my twin brother. As a twin, everything is shared and we grew up together. So my experience was much more, I think, meaningful. I have one outside sibling. However, my twin and I have a special relationship. We're very, very close. I learned a lot from him as a guy growing up and just seeing how society can affect both of us, even if we're from the same household. You would think that we are, because we chose different paths, obviously. I learned a lot from him and he learned a lot from me. And like going through our adult years, we applied some of those different aspects of life to our current situation now. I'm happy to have a brother, just as supportive as Christopher, and very much like my go-to person, because I feel like growing up in any household, especially if you don't have that, extended family, or if you don't have both parents, it's always good to have at least one person, separate from your parents, obviously, that can guide you. And I feel like growing up with a twin brother, that helped me blossom into the woman I am today. And I'm sure he could say the same thing in how I helped to hone his development overall as a young man growing up in Jamaica's society. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, Crystal, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, I'm not sure what took place just now. Okay. So, Crystal, what community did you actually grow up in? Right. You came from Manchester, but what community did you grow up? Right. What's the name of your community, and what was it like? Right, growing up in that community as a young lady.
I saw different communities because my mom, we moved a lot. So I grew up in a lot of different settings, some settings where people didn't take education seriously. Greenville, you have the guys on the streets, etc. Moving from Greenville to maybe a Caledonia Road, just to give like a difference, you know what I mean? A Caledonia Road, everybody's more residential, people stay inside. But regardless of where we grew up, our mom instilled in us great principles, valuing education, and we weren't so much affected by the society or by the community that we lived in, but we saw the effects of that community. But, for example, our mom did not allow us to go outside because it was just twins, two people were 5 years old together, we're 6 years old together. So imagine, locking up your kids in the house because you don't want them to go out. And, as a single parent, that was a challenge. You never could afford really a babysitter or daycare all the time. When my mom could afford daycare, we were going to daycare even in primary school, even when Sean was our teacher.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, and we as the bigger kids would help the teachers in the daycare, like take care of the kids. So my point is that yes, they're the environment around us, but we grew up in so many different environments that we just stick to the rules that our mom shared about good principles, growing respectful, and being individuals. I feel like, with my twin brother, we grew to become individuals at a young age, knowing what I like, him knowing, what he's into, etc.
Thank you so much, Crystal. As a twin, though, did you guys fight a lot? Did you guys have moments when you had a shirt that you not maybe not you shirt, but what if there was a particular meal or I don't know I don't know what something that you like, right? Did you share the same likes, dislikes, right? What was it like? Did you guys fight?
Chris used to steal my food, chicken, all that stuff there, all the good stuff. But apart from that, no, we didn't have much fights growing up. I don't know how it is with different siblings, but we were really close. We were very respectful of each other. I remember in high school, people used to call me his mom, just because of how, different we were, but we grew to respect each other as one person. We shared everything. We were like best friends, and we still are best friends. So we never had any big fights or anything. Our mom used to dress us up in the same clothes growing up. Oh. I didn't like that because obviously I don't want to be wearing a big t-shirt. And remember those old time jean shorts that kids used to wear and stuff. So, yeah, that's the experience. But no, we didn't fight a lot. It's when we became adults now that we're like, okay, hold up, and we have our
disagreements.
But growing up, not so much. I think I would say in secret that I used to get my own way with convincing him to do, to follow my path, and to just be the best version of himself. Yeah, so that's it.
Very nice, Crystal. What primary school did you attend, and how hard did you have to work to attain passes in your GSAT? Mm-hmm. And then moving on to Manchester High School, right? How did you feel when you got the pass for Manchester High School? Two-part question.
Okay, so to answer the first part, I went to Mandeville Primary and Junior High School. I graduated grade 6, and I went to Manchester High School. Personally, academics has always been my thing. I've always been a bookworm. I've always been a bookworm. So focusing on academics was not hard for me. I think I was successful at GSAT without much effort, to be honest. I put in the work because that's how I am. I have to put the work in to see the success. Like anything else in life, you have to put in the work. I'm not going to say I'm a brainiac or a genius. I had to put in the work, and that's how I became successful. Manchester High School, and just seeing the results of my GSAT passes, I was beyond elated. It was something I've always wanted, to go to Manchester High School. In my time, I still think now Manchester High School is, top of the top. And, I'm sorry to the viewers who've never had that wonderful experience of going to Manchester High School. But,
oh my gosh,
just bragging like that. I respect your school, of course, wherever you've been, but that place really taught me how to become an individual. And, my mom was very excited because, GSAT for us is like the first step to adulthood. You know what I mean? It's like a transition into life. So, and Manchester High School was my first choice. So I was very, very happy, and I couldn't wait to start my journey there and to see what I could learn and achieve, and how I could impact my friends and my family, like my twin.
Awesome, Crystal. And from a tender age, you had that drive. Mm-hmm. You had that willingness to work hard and excel, and it is reflecting today. And Crystal, I just want to ask you though, in regards to Manchester High School, because seeing that you started out from early, right? I realized that while you attended Manchester High School, right, you got involved also early. And I know this because I always see you, right, in something or the other. While for me, in my early days, I was a dancer at Manchester. In my early days, I was like a dancer, and I was, but I remembered you. I remembered you, Crystal. You were always, involved and excelling and stuff. And what were some of the involvements for the viewers, right? What were some of your involvements while you were at Manchester High School?
Okay, so you're testing my memory now. I was involved in a lot of things, mainly student leadership. I think I started off with student leadership, and I joined cadets. My mom thought I was too soft, so I had to prove to her that I'm not. So I joined cadets. I did cadets for 7 years. But mainly I was involved with a lot of leadership. I became class monitor. I was president of the journalism club, vice president of the journalism club before I became head girl. I was forum captain. Even during my tenure at university, that's when I first came to Canada to represent Jamaica at a leadership conference called the Emerging Global Leaders program that was hosted in Toronto in 2012. So I would say most of my life, even up to today, has revolved around, somewhat leadership, somewhat influencing my peers, somewhat being a part of them. And I just personally, I love to help people see their greatest potential. I feel like that's my gift on earth. And as far as I can remember, that's what I've always been doing in some form or the other, even from primary school. But Manchester High School, I think, for Manchester High School, my experience at Manchester High School, I knew that was what I'm going to do, because sometimes you have these gifts and they're not really manifested until a certain experience pops up or people tell you that, you're good at this or you're good at leadership or, something of the sort.
Thank you, Crystal. You were involved in cadet. It always occurred to me. You were involved in cadets, Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that this is actually mostly male dominant, and at that time you were small. You were small, Crystal. At that time you were small. You know. Knowing that it's a male dominated area and it requires a lot of stamina, right, as a young lady, and endurance, right, as a young lady, how was that for you? And do you think that being involved in cadets actually helped you and shaped you in what you are today? Do you think that being involved in the cadets actually helped persons? What's the experience for you?
I think 100% being in cadets taught me a different side of leadership, a more, I would say a stricter side of leadership, but one that comes with more obedience and, especially in areas where you don't understand why you should be obedient. And I'll give you an example. But for me personally, I wanted to challenge myself as always. I thought cadets was nice and I was never... In high school, I don't think I was ever like girly. It's now that I'm, much older, that I'm into fashion and stuff. But cadets taught me self-discipline. It taught me to push beyond what I considered mentally my limits. When you're running up and down, not running up and down for the cadets who are listening, but whenever you're doing physical training or you're going on a camp, there's a sort of order and cohesiveness about cadets. When you're on the parade square, you're doing it for a purpose. I've never had a leadership experience teach me what cadets taught me from the perspective of growing in the ranks. I was I started out as a recruit, obviously. I became a cadet, I became a lance corporal, a corporal, a sergeant, quartermaster, representing not just Manchester High School, but my battalion. And even though I was, one of the few females, I also saw other female leaders. And I thought to myself, if they did it, I can do it. One of my mentors in cadets was Miss Sharian Tomlinson. she was just like very inspirational. And I'm not going to tell you that I didn't quit. I quit a few times, but I returned. I returned because you just have to remember why you started. And cadets for me was also a period where I could do things on my own. I could learn how to go camping, make fire. Some of the skills we don't learn in school, some of the skills that we're not going to get from any one society in high school, cadets gave me that, and it gave me responsibility. As a young person, I feel like if you have an opportunity to go into cadets, like I would sell it 100%, because you need something new, you need something challenging. Maybe not to use need, that's too much of a strong word, but in your life, it can't just be easy. And like I said earlier,
need a challenge.
Yeah, sometimes you need to get into those things, push yourself to learn how much you can handle. And I feel like as a young woman today, cadets gave me that experience of all the experiences I've had. So I really, really love cadets. And I think it's a great experience, and it has impacted my life to this day. I could have never been as firm as I am today if I did not have those 7 years of cadets.
Crystal, just something, I'm not sure if the persons are listening, but even in cadets, you excelled in cadets. As a little female, that little female that I knew went into Manchester High School, you were excelling in cadets. And viewers, as you watch and as we go along, right, you're gonna be, understanding Crystal's journey, right? And she excelled in she basically excels in everything that she does, to be honest, right? She excels. She climbed the ranks in cadets while attending Manchester High School. Crystal, big up yourself. I'm so proud of you. You're doing pretty well. I just want to also speak about the privilege of you attending St. Mary's University in Canada, Crystal, because I think that's also a major milestone in your life. After excelling at Manchester High School, doing so well, right? You basically matriculated into St. Mary's University. How was that process, right? How did it happen? Let's start off with how did it happen, right? How did that happen for you, Crystal? How did you end up, taking off into St. Mary's University in Canada?
First and foremost, I have to say that it's through faith. I always wanted to go back to Canada, having gone in 2012. So that time I was around 13, 14. And, that first experience coming to Canada set this idea in my head. Okay, Crystal, wherever university is for you, it has to be in Canada. So I worked from, 14 up to after you complete your CXCs or CAPE, that age, maybe 18, 19, knowing that I wanted to study in Canada. Like I said, it was a lot of faith, and I really put into the universe where I wanted to go. So when I was ready to go into university, I got accepted for 11 universities. UE I applied for, one in Canada and the others in the US. I don't even remember the names of those, but that's how it happened. I put in the work. I can't forget that. I really worked hard on my CXCs and my CAPE examinations, because I thought, okay, in order to get into these universities, you have to be the best of the best. That's what I had in my head. It's not that difficult. Just FYI, it's not, you don't have to be the best of the best in anything. Once you do your part, then you will get what you want. But if you don't work, obviously, I know you're in Forex. If you don't put in the work, if you don't get to understand the markets and everything, you're not going to have success at all. So that's how I came here. My journey through university has not been easy. Nothing I've ever gone through in my life, all the successes, I can't tell a story without my failures or without the downfalls that I've received on this journey. That would not make me who I am if I only talk about, the leadership stuff or the things that I achieved. Like, it has like a lot of sweat, tears, all of these things gone into my experiences here. Coming to Canada at first was very hard. I worked through my university tenure, always been working. I remember one time I was working 4 jobs. That's before I started.
4 jobs?
Yeah, yeah, 4 jobs. I
Whoa.
received a partial scholarship for St. Mary's University, came here, and I was funding myself through university, no help at all, rent, all the things you need to survive through university, food, housing. So I applied, got accepted, did the paperwork, went through all the processes, and got jobs and survived until my 4th year now. I'm looking to graduate in January 2021. But overall, it has been a very rewarding experience. I've had, like I mentioned, a lot of rocky roads, stressful experiences. I remember one time in my 1st year, actually, I literally called up Chris and was like, listen, Christopher, may I come home? Like, I'm tired of this, won't come home. Like, when you're, I felt like I didn't have anything and anyone because I'm here by myself. And when you're so far away from home, you start doubting who you are. Like the motivation, it never did it. Like inspiration, I couldn't find that during one season of mine, but sometimes you have to just feel the emotions, feels like, sometimes you can't just say, all right, you feel sad now, but make myself happy. No, it wasn't like that. And it still isn't like that for me. A lot of us try to push away our emotions. I don't do that. I feel what it is. If it's failure coming my way, it's failure. You just get up, brush yourself off, and continue on the path that you set to continue. Like one thing I always live by is not to stay down. And no matter how stressful university is or was or whatnot, I still had to push through because I'm reminded that if you don't do it for you, who will do it for you? Like who will run your program or if you're not doing it? You can't.
Oh my gosh.
You can't. You have to do it for yourself, and that's what I use to get over some of the failures, or not failures, but the rocky roads in university and in like being in Canada. I see one question: are you currently working in Canada? Yes, I am. I'm a business owner. Well, I have 2 businesses, but but before COVID, I was working on campus, and I was also a personal assistant to an author. That's before COVID-19, but since COVID-19, I feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm working in my personal business 100% now, and I think I should say that's one of the reasons I was late. I was pursuing like further education in my field.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Crystal Witter for you. Excellence in education, and not just in education, but she also is involved in the whole entrepreneurial pursuit of life, because she is also an entrepreneur, so she's not just miseducated, but she is also business minded. And this is a message for many young people. Don't just try to get the A's and the B's and stuff, but try to be open-minded. Try to ensure that you're involved in so many things that at the end of the day, you are equipped to take on life, And Catalia, big up yourself, Catalia has always been a part of my live streams, So Catalia, big up yourself. All right, welcome here. And I hope you can win some credit tonight. All right.
I need to sponsor a credit too.
Oh my gosh, Crystal, I just want to speak about the fact that you are on the board, right? You are on the board of directors for the St. Mary's University in Canada. Listen to me, man. You're a Jamaican. You come from Jamaica, right? You're from Jamaica, and you matriculate into the program, the psychology program in St. Mary's University, and then now all of a sudden y'all depend them board of directors. Like what? Like, girl, yo, I understand you. Like, how did you actually accomplish this? How did you accomplish accomplish this?
It's a bag of things, a bag of things.
She started bring out the patois, ladies and gentlemen. She started bring out the patois.
But so like I said, you know, leadership has always been a part of who I am. I wanted to serve the Caribbean students or the students who looked like me. You know, at St. Mary's University, I didn't see a lot of diversity in leadership when I just started university. And I wanted to be a part of that change. I was made aware of some of the things that, you know, some change that needed to be done. And I thought, okay, why not try to go to the highest level? And that's what I did. So essentially I started off with a goal. I saw the why before I just jumped to anything. A lot of us miss the why when we're doing anything. So I saw the why. Why am I going to student leadership at St. Mary's University? Because I wanted to make a change, and I wanted to be that stream, that, you know, be that voice for the students who look like me. And I'm talking about Black students. So
Wow.
yeah, when I started, there was not a lot of diversity on the board. And the first year was the most diverse the board was. We had, I think, up to 7 other countries, other people from African descent were also on the board with me. But that was not, you know, my first year on the board was still not, I would say, enough, because I didn't have the opportunity to make the change or to sort of influence the change I wanted to see for the Students Association at the board level. And, you know, just for the viewers, the board of directors is the highest governance body of the Student Association. So the top decisions are made at the board, followed by the president. So in my first year on the board, you know, things were happening, but slowly, or not at all, or, you know, not at all. Second year, I was nominated as the chair of the board, and that was uncontested. You know, I got to be the chair of the board, and that's when I saw an opportunity to make the change and to try and make a shift within the system. Because sometimes you have to go someplace and just shake it up in a good way. You know what I mean?
Shake it up.
And let me tell you, it has been good and it has been bad, because at the same time, after my, you know, tenure or role, people were saying, oh, she's a disruptor. But you don't just tell somebody they're the disruptor if they didn't come and shake up what has been going on before or prior to that. So I did it in a positive way, and this is not bragging, it's just what I did, and I'm proud to say that the success is a team. It's a board, so it's more than one person. 9 individuals. My team were very supportive, and that's why I like leadership. Like the right leaders, they you know, there's a quote that says they go the way, they show the way. And I was a part of other teams where I'm not the leader. You know, in order for you to be successful as a leader, you need to be, you know, an equally good or successful follower.
Leader yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I did, and that's what I live by. So being on the board, it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I made a lot of connections, and I did what I had set out to do: represent student voices, you know, show students that I'm a Black girl. I'm still small. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You go somewhere, you go to university, you're there for a reason. You know, don't just come in and do education. No, that's not education alone without practice, or education without application. It's not, it's null. Like, you know what I mean? It's
yes.
Your education is an investment, and in order to get the best out of it, you need to use every time wisely. Get involved, play a sport. I'd never played sports, so pick up all of the sport players them as the viewers. I've never played sports because I never really excelled at. I wasn't good at it, period. But yeah, that's how I got to become a part of the board of directors at St. Mary's University.
Also awesome, Crystal. Awesome, Crystal. You know, trust me, you see, the move that you're making, I'm telling you, you are trending. You ever hear the term trending? Yeah, man, you're trend. Yeah, man. Yeah, trend, Crystal. Yeah, trend. You know, I'm just want to big you up. No, I'm serious. That's why I'm big up Crystal. You know, and for those viewers, you know, young ladies out there, you know, and sometimes you might feel discouraged. You know, for those persons who are actually, you know, in school and stuff, and you might feel discouraged on your path or, you know, anything at all that you're doing, you know, on your pursuit, you know, just be determined, you know, because, you know, Chris, I'm sure Crystal, she had her roadblocks too. Right, Crystal? I'm sure that you had your roadblocks, but you know you persevered, right? And you continued, and look at you today. You know, it's crazy. I'm really sorry I couldn't get the pictures because I was supposed to put the pictures here for the for the slideshow, but oh my, that was just a different story. But
Yeah,
but
fine.
yes,
I've animated
my
it.
lovely my lovely viewers, if you want to check out Crystal, you could just go to Instagram, right, and you just type Crystal Witter, and you will actually see her, right, and see how she, and you can actually see how she progressed. You know, look on Facebook, you can check her out, right? You can see how she progressed, and she is doing exceptionally well. You know, and I am proud of her.
Thank you.
You know, and I want her to just continue on her path because she's going to make a huge difference in this world, and she's a female, you know, and she aims to empower other females out there, right? And if you're a young female right now watching, right, Crystal is someone that you could talk to, you know, just DM her on Instagram. She can advise you, right? She can advise you on things, right, and help you get started with the right mindset, the right state, right, of mind to achieve your goals in life. Now, you know, I want to talk about your business, Crystal. Not business in terms of business, right? Whoa, no, but yes. So your business in terms of your entrepreneurial pursuits, right? I see that you are the owner of that's Lash. Let me get back that term right here. I don't want to quote the wrong thing, Crystal. So let me. Okay, so she is the founder of Lash Icon HFX, right? Tell us a bit more about that business, Crystal, and how did you get started, right? How did you get started? And I, you know, as a student, you know, not many persons would think of starting a business, right? And that's why I love young persons who are innovative. You know, I really admire them. You know, even though you're in school, you're thinking out of the box. I like that. So, Crystal, you know, share with us, right? How did you actually get started with your business, and what is it about?
Okay, thank you. So, I am the founder of Eyelash Icon HFX, and HFX represents Halifax, which is the city in Canada that I live. So it's an aesthetics business specializing in eyelash extensions for females. It's becoming more trendy now in Jamaica, I learned, and you know, very trendy all across the world. But how I started, I normally would pay, you know, go to the salon and get my lashes done. I love lashes. But again, it started out with a passion. So yeah, I would go to the salon to get my lashes done. But, you know, like if you go to the salon, you're paying $80 per visit.
Are you serious, Crystal?
Serious. Like, it's
crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy.
So at the time, I was like, okay, I'm a DIY person. If I really, really can't do it, then I'll pay. So one day I just go on YouTube and say, all right, how to do eyelash extensions on yourself. I watch the videos. Anyway, I thought if I invested in a class to learn how to do eyelash extensions, then I could be able to do my own. Not like that, not that easy. So anyway, after, you know, spend some money, go to the class, learn how to do eyelash extensions. After that, after I did the training, I learned that one, it's too dangerous and it's too time consuming, because what I use is tweezers to separate your natural eyelashes and put a fake eyelash on top of each individual lash. So that's my business. So I thought to myself, okay, since I can't do it on my own and on myself rather, let me try to do it on other girls who love lashes. Like, girls want to look beautiful. You know, beauty is an industry that's never going to get out of style, even after COVID, may I tell you. You know, like people still want lashes, people still want lipstick, like all of these things. So essentially that's how I started my business. Firstly, identifying a passion or something that I liked. And just wanting to do it for myself. I never thought I was going to become an eyelash technician because, yeah, I never thought about doing it on other people. It was just for my benefit. And even today, I made a decision to invest in education so that I could offer more services in eyelash extension. Today I went like 10 hours to a class, hence why I was late. And yesterday I also did, around 10, 11 hours just to learn, develop my skill or my art.
Wow. So, another thing that you pointed out there is investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, subscribers, you're watching this video, ensure that you're taking notes because questions will be asked. And if you want to win some credit, then you will listen attentively, okay? Now, you said something very important, Crystal, right? Investing in your business, right? What would you say to persons out there who, you want to get involved in a particular business, a particular niche, but you think you can actually go in that business without first getting the right knowledge or resources or whatever? What would you say in regards to that? Right? Should you invest in your business, in your endeavor?
Mm-hmm. The easy answer would be to say yes and just leave it, but I won't do that. But to be honest, like, yes, investing in you is the most important. That's like my priority. And as I mentioned earlier, I asked Amoy, if you don't invest in yourself, who is going to? Yes, you might have family and friends invest in you, but you need to see it. You need to see your worth first. You're worth the investment. This is your future. If you're not investing in you, there would not be any reward. And I think one thing I identified, Amoy, just like, seeing and hearing from my twin about what's going on in Jamaica right now. A lot of people want the quick money, quick riches, like, brick upon brick, like
bricks from bricks.
like all that lifestyle. But you need to invest. If it's knowledge based, like Forex, investing in strategies, like the right education to learn from the right people. That's the first start. And I don't do Forex just yet, but for me, it's education. One thing you can never take from a man is that education or that skill. And my brother is a chef by trade. Hats off to you, Christopher. But he always told me, sis, yes, you're smart, you're bright or whatnot, but you need a skill. He always told me that. He drilled that into my head. So he's even one of those people who really supported my business up to today. Like, he'll push me, whether financially or, just a word of mouth to say, sis, like, you need a skill. Look at COVID-19. That has caused a lot of people to sit down on all the knowledge them have. I sit down with my high school education, my CAPE subject, my 6 subject. A lot of us are doing that and not using our skills or hands. Like, a lot of us have those talents, and unless we tap into it or unless we invest in education so that those skills can come to life, then there's no way the skill not gonna just jump up and say, all right, yeah, I can make you some money. No, like, you have to put into practice what the knowledge that you have, or invest in yourself first.
Yes, and it is paramount, Crystal, because I don't know why persons just believe that they should not invest. It's like they're saying that I don't have to spend money to do this, right? They don't have to invest in this. But really and truly, like, if you want a business and you want a business to be productive, efficient, you want to be successful, then you must invest in that business, right? So persons, viewers, subscribers, you need to invest in what you love, invest in your business, and it will definitely flourish. Now, the next question I want to ask, Crystal, right? Let me just put this right here. Now, you are extremely before I even get to that, right? The business that you are co-founder with Christopher, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the nature of that business? Christopher, big up yourself. Yeah, man. Entrepreneurs.
Okay, so Crystal Treasure Herbarium, what we do, we export natural plants, natural products from
Whoa.
Jamaica that are rich in health benefits. Our most popular product is sea moss. I don't know if you know of it. My brother, since he's in Jamaica, he does the packaging, the source and everything. Nice labels. I also have an Instagram page for that and for my business and my personal page. But essentially, we want to showcase to the world or monetize what we have as natural products that can heal, that can really heal you without, going to the doctor and doing all these things. Because I love tea. So again, this business started off of some passion. I love tea, and I every little thing my grandma, like in Jamaica, it's natural. Every little thing you're sick for, you go outside, fever grass,
Bush
like
tea.
sarsi, bush tea. Like we even export sarsi, we export the whole works. Like everything you can ever think of to be exported, we do that. So we go through the Ministry of Agriculture just to get our certificate to be able to ship things out of the country. And before we do though, we always try to use the products first. So how this started was initially my brother's idea. He was using sea moss and it was growing his hair. Like he has locks, healthy hair. And I was like, whoa, like even his hair is longer than my natural hair. And he would tell me, sis, so the sea moss will work and ting rary. I mean, like, that's good. So why not, and then one day him just come up and said, sis, me find it like the formula, and he just started
The formula.
yeah, like he just started the packaging. We work together on admin, just ensuring that we're doing things right by the government, by the laws, ensuring that the products are to standard health standards, and just communicating with our customers and promoting our business, or promoting his business solely, because he's the leader of that one. Like he's the leader of that. He's the boss of that one, and I know he's very passionate about it. And yeah, so that's what we do for the other business.
So in regards to the export, Crystal, right? So you guys, is it only sea moss that you guys bring us? So basically, he ships it to you in Canada, and then from there you sell it, you distribute.
Right, and customers can also purchase online, like wherever you are in the world, as long as the borders are open. Right now, you can get sea moss or sarsi. We have fever grass, and we have other medicinal plants.
So it's the plant itself, or is it a product? Is it a product?
No, so it's the plant itself, and it's
the
dried.
Plant itself.
Yeah, because you can't ship plants with roots, so it has to be dried. So it's the realest thing you can find. No preservatives, no additives. Like it's real product. When you get it, it's the realest. And one thing that distinguishes our business from others, ours is natural. So we go into the ocean for the sea moss, because sea moss grows in the ocean on rocks. We dry that, and in drying,
that's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is. But when you're selling something,
Christopher is the one that actually he goes in the water, or wow.
So that's how we do. But one thing, like everything else in life, you have to have values. Like we see what other people are doing and we're not watching that. But what we can guarantee is that our product is the realest. Like you can grow your homegrown sea moss in a pool. We don't do that. You know, if we're selling something authentic, it's authentic. And growing up, I always tell Christopher, and just how life happens, I always tell him, listen, reputation is one of the most important things you can have. You see, once you do bad business, like karma, you just need to, and this is a part of any business actually. Like if you want to start anything, just remember the why first, and remember to be authentic. That distinguishes you from everyone else. And we have a bubbly personality. I would say Chris is more the vibes master. But that's how, you know, I keep clients coming back and customers keep coming back for Christopher's business as well. So just having that natural people person attitude and an attitude of service helps us.
Definitely. And you know, you guys are professional with the business, you know, and that's what many business actually lacks, the professionalism, you know, and that is very good, Crystal. Now, you know, Crystal, you are extremely passionate about youth and women empowerment. You know, what are some of the struggles that women are currently facing, right? What are some of the issues that they are currently facing, right? Especially at your age, right? What are some of the issues that women are currently facing?
One of the biggest one for me is sexism, feeling as though men are better leaders, or they're more firm, or feeling as if, and even women feel like they're smaller than men. And I think personally it starts with us, the women leaders. You know, if we don't speak up, or if we don't set the stage to identify ourselves the way we want to be addressed, then the issue of sexism will never be gone. Personally, I've been in situations where I'm not given a voice to speak. And, you know, in certain settings, you're like, your voice not really matter, but you have to take it, not in a disrespectful way, no, but okay, I'm here for a reason. You invited me to sit in this meeting or on this board for a reason. If we don't own that, if we as women don't own that and know our voice, finding our voice, you know, within, then we're always going to be second class. And I'm for equality. You know, I empower men too, because I have a twin brother, and I know that during high school or other life settings, when he was in college, I had to be like, bro, you have to push through. Like, you know, it shouldn't be, oh, you're a woman, you can't say this. And I realized too that women, we try to wait on an invitation to sit at the table. No, for me,
wow,
as a female leader, you don't wait for an invitation. Men don't wait for an invitation. You know, they go. So why can't we go? And, you know, once you believe in yourself and once you're confident, that makes a difference. And for women in leadership, I would argue that we have so many outstanding female leaders in the world. So many outstanding leaders. Even
who are some of the persons that you actually look up to, Crystal? Like, who are some of your role models?
Role models, I've always liked Oprah Winfrey, just because of her humanitarian side of life and giving back. I believe in those values. I really like Helen Keller. I think she was the prime minister of I don't remember in what country, but she was I can look it up and tell you.
Yes.
I think she was the first prime minister of her home country. I don't remember the name of the country right now, but her name is Helen. And just seeing how she leads Michelle Obama, for her poise, for her direction, and she's herself. And that's what I want people. Don't try to be like me or the other women. Like we're all so special, you know. I can't encourage
yourself.
Yeah, I can't encourage another you to be like you, or more like you're outspoken, you're talented. Like you have a vision for the future. Like, everybody has that potential in themselves that they can tap into. Women, we just need to find that voice to speak up about the things that we don't like. And I've always been speaking up, and it's hard sometimes, and I can't share my what I won't go down that sad road to share the heartbreaks, obviously, for being the only one to stand up. But like I said, it's not easy, and might sound cliche, but confidence is the first step. And sexism is one of the biggest issues in the workforce, and with women in leadership. And another big issue here in Canada is, the financial issues, where women are sometimes underpaid in comparison to men. So there are new legislations to try and change that. When I was a board member, throughout the province or throughout Canada, there were some level of issues with women serving on boards. I can tell you, when I was a board member, there were 3 females and 7 men. And that's one of the things, representation. Like, if I'm not going to stand up, no one is going to stand up. So, sometimes you just need to be the one to lead the way. With me joining the board, I knew a lot of females, from all races, all cultures, all religion, everything. They feel empowered to go pursue leadership or pursue business. Like, you have to do it. Male dominated or
you
not.
have to do it.
Just do it.
Crystal, and for those persons, who are for those females who are trying to, make it, right? They're trying to be an example or to stand out, right? You are letting them know that, hey, sometimes, even though it's a question here, but all right, I'm gonna get to that. All right, even though a field might be male dominated, right? You as a female, you can go in that area and make a difference. And it is very, very important for us to make a note of that. And definitely, Crystal, you are doing the right thing. And Crystal, what would you say to those females out there, that think that, when they actually start going to university, right? And how should I put this now? Okay. All right. All right. So they're doing a course, right? They're doing a course, and they somehow get pregnant. I'm not saying that to get pregnant is bad, but they end up, something happens to them, and obviously for certain courses that's a roadblock for them to continue, right? How would you encourage those individuals? How would you encourage those persons, right? Those young females who think that all hope is lost now, and they have fallen out of their program, right? And they cannot continue further, right? How would you encourage these females?
Thank you. This is one of my favorite questions from the night. From the depths of my heart, I would just say, remember your why. You started university for a reason. Like, nothing that come in your way can keep you down forever. And that's a mantra. And I don't know who specifically I'm talking about. Sometimes you might feel like you have yourself only because everybody else left you, family, your own best friend, all of these things. Remember your why and go for it. Nobody can break you unless you allow it. And to be honest, like, I've been there where some experiences in my life tried to pull me down or stop me or damage my reputation. I had families who tried to do that. You know what I mean? So once you know why you started, you won't stop. Like, in Jamaica, I wanted to come to Canada to pursue a degree in psychology. A few semesters, I thought to myself, Crystal, you can't afford a university. Why are you even here? And God, like, I'm religious, or not really religious, I would say. I'm a believer in God, and I go by faith, and I live through that. So you just have to say to yourself, nothing can break you. You're not a failure. And one thing I struggled with sometimes is feeling like I'm needed. A lot of us young people, we have our challenge with that, especially with social media. You don't feel like you're pretty like the other girl. You don't feel like you have the support like the other person. But remember why you start and push through. And I know this is so cliche, but I'm a living testimony to that. When nobody is in your corner, you have you. And that's why I always say, put like the greatest investment is in yourself. I used journaling. I used self-affirmations, and when I cry straight up. Like I said, you have to just it's life. You feel the emotions and then you let it go, but it shouldn't keep you down. Like I've had friends who, drop out at high school and they're doing great now. Drop out of university, but these societal rules. We're young people. This generation should not be about our rules. Like I get pregnant. No, that's not gonna stop me. Like just and sometimes it's easier for me to say because I've gone through that or have understood how challenges can get you down, and it's hard for others. That's the reality. But like I said, put you first and your goals first. And well, God the utmost, if you are a believer. If not, first, you first, and your goals. And one last thing I would say, Amoy, on that point is to love yourself. If you want to start love up yourself the right way, nobody can let you down. No situation can get you down. And that's one thing I've used to sort of survived. Knowing that, okay, I'm investing my time in the way I carry myself. You look professional, you sound professional, and that's how I survived. Amoy? Okay, so I'm not sure what happened just now.
Okay, I must apologize for that. I must apologize, my lovely people. Just before we continue, I just want to shout out to my lovely viewers out there, right? All my lovely family, right? They are joining us on this wonderful segment, right? And we have Kemar Kennedy, right? And we have Katilia. We have Maria Marcel. That's my Filipino friend. Maria Marcel, please indicate to me if you want to be a co-host, if you want to join in on this discussion, because you're a female, and I know it would be awesome, right? So let me know so I can actually drop that link for you. Robert Brown, he asked a question. How do I find my purpose in life? Thank you, Mary. You like the pink color. Thank you so much. Mika, big up yourself. Mika is asking me where am I? I'm at home, Mika. Okay, so all right. So the question here, right? How do I find my purpose in life? Right. Let's see if we can answer that question, Crystal. How do we find our purpose in life?
I would say to start is to manifest it. Working on your passions, and purpose has a lot of dimensions. You can be doing something that you don't put a lot of effort in, yet it is your purpose. For example, you might be a farmer, just to be like, on a ground level. It's not always the big things, but
Yes.
Identifying your passions, one, and aligning those passions with your goal. That's what I use for myself, and I can only speak from my experience and manifesting it. If you want to be the greatest YouTuber more, you just manifest it, and you follow. No, seriously, you follow through. Some people work with notes, like taking down notes, journaling on their progress in life. Purpose is also more about taking a check of yourself every day and seeing the growth within you. you know, a lot of people don't do self-introspection. A lot of us, including myself, go on social media and we watch everybody else, and we not take no time for ourselves or for ourselves to understand our being and understand what we like. And, you know, until we go through those phases, until we begin to understand ourselves, it will be difficult to say identify your purpose. And for me, that's those tips I would use to identify or to find your purpose.
All right, thank you so much
on that, Amoy.
Yes.
What do you have?
Yes, go ahead. Okay, you know, I definitely agree with what you're saying, Crystal. And, you know, just to add to your point, you know, finding our purpose, you know, it is something that many persons have a struggle with, right? Because it has it mostly depends on identity.
Right.
And many persons, they are suffering from identity crisis. And due to identity crisis, right, they don't know who they are, right? So in essence, they will not know their purpose, right? For example, right, if I do not know myself, I don't know what I like, I don't know what I hate, what I love to, you know, all these things about me, right? There is no way I can actually find out what road to take, right? What program I should study, what I should do in life, right? There's no way I can find my purpose. So first of all, to find a purpose, I have to find a self. So if you don't know yourself, right? If you do not know yourself, then you will not be able to find your purpose.
And
all
one
right.
thing to add, Amoy, I would say not to rush. You know, for example, I started my first business in 2019, and my brother just started his. We're the same age. Like, you can't rush to, oh, I need to find my purpose today, because sometimes, like, life throws you situations and experiences to guide you into your purpose. And, you know, if you're still breathing, you're still on your way to achieving your purpose. If you don't have a breath no more, it's done, obviously. You know what I mean? So be patient with yourself, getting to understand yourself. And, you know, in this day and age of social media, you might get depressed or lost. I've gone through it. You know, I lived, I survived. But, you know, these are some things we all battle with. And, you know, you're listening to me right now. Like, I'm no greater than you are. I'm no greater than Amoy. Amoy is no greater than you. We're all the same people with the same potential. It's just that, you know, some of us take more time to manifest and to live in our purpose, or to find that purpose sooner. But that does not mean that yours is lost. You know, it's just being patient, trusting yourself, and believing in yourself. And for the guys listening too, like, you know, talking about your emotions, like, I'm an advocate for males too, because I have a twin, and I know the struggles that men go through, but not having that push factor because, oh, you're living up to society of being a tough man. No, brethren, like, you're loved, you're strong. Same for the females. You're loved, you're strong. I believe in you. If Amoy didn't believe in you, he wouldn't be having this initiative. So yeah, it's time.
Be empowered.
Yeah.
Be empowered. You know, Crystal, I just want to also go back to a point that you mentioned earlier, right? Social media, it is in some ways, I think social media can be very toxic. What is your perspective on this, and how females, you know, they look at social media and then view themselves, right? How do you think it's impacting them, and also their, how do I put this, their self-esteem, right? Social media, right? When they see all these things out there, these women doing, you know, all these attractive things, and, you know, sometimes the attractive things are even inappropriate, but because, you know, it is attractive because it's a trend, it is a thing, right? How would you advise these young females, right? How would you advise them?
To answer the first part of the question, you know, research has proven that social media, especially Instagram now, the most trending one has impacted us psychologically, and I'm in psychology, so I can speak a little bit on this, but there's increased depression, increased low self-esteem because of the image that we see of other people on social media, the body, I'm sure you've seen it, the face, like the filters, and everything I'm speaking on, I must say too, as a disclaimer, I've gone through it. So I'm not just talking things to just talk, like I've been through it, where you look at other people and like, oh, why am I not going to that place, or why am I not listening to this song, even though that might not be your niche, because you just want to feel accepted. You just want to feel accepted. And one thing I would say, again, know your why. Like your image, like I mentioned earlier, reputation is very important. Certain things you will never see on my Instagram, because I know the type of people I attract on my social media. And, some might slip through, here and there, but it's up to you to maintain how you want to be seen, because the most important thing is you define yourself on social media and in person. Whatever happens behind closed doors, nobody really need to know that, you know what I mean? And nobody can't judge you if they don't see anything. But what you put out there is a reflection of who you are. My personal page, I like to share. I'm into fashion as well, so fashion. Fashion.
I realize. Yeah.
So I would share pictures of my outfit. I'll do a boomerang, but that's my Instagram followers know that's my niche. I'm more into professional dress and something like, creative. And I share motivational. I'm sorry, can you hear the airplaners?
Yeah, I can hear something there. Yeah.
Sorry about that. But yeah, so you just need to know, what are you trying to market? How are you trying to market yourself? Because if you share a post, you can't unsee it. And you can't delete it quickly, because it's still going to be there somewhere in cyberspace. I would say I've gone through this, especially my first year of university, where I didn't love myself enough to accept how I look. Personally, because of social media, I thought, oh, my big lips are not cute, or my big forehead is not cute. Like, no, to be honest. And, I grew up thinking that, because in high school, this is a side note, in high school, I think some person used to say, or used to call me forehead or something like that. But until I start loving myself more and accepting that, my lips are kind of cute, like my forehead is cute, like just those things. Giving yourself self affirmations is really important, especially with social media. Just be comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to have the Rolex, the Gucci this, the Gucci that. If you can afford it, sure, you do your thing. Just be your authentic self. And when you're faking it, to me, it's obvious. So
yeah, that is true. That is true. That is so true. Oh my God, yeah, that is so true, Crystal. You're faking it, and it's pretty obvious. Many persons can just see right through. And lovely people, you don't have to fake it, right? Just be yourself, right? Be yourself, like just be yourself and represent you for who you are, because it doesn't make any sense you pretend to be someone that you're not. Because somewhere down the line, it's going to show, and you're not going to be able to keep up with the faking. I promise you, you will not be able to keep up the faking. I see. Robert Brown commenting here. He's saying, "Thanks for the answers. Also, can you tell me your views on how to deal with depression?" Okay. That's a very good question. How would you deal with depression, Crystal? How do you deal with depression? And I'm not sure if your course that you're studying, I'm not sure if should be. Yeah. I think you can answer that question, right? How do you deal with depression?
There are multiple layers of depression that I think it's important to highlight. Sometimes we self-diagnose ourselves with being depression. Depression is actually a clinical diagnosis, and there are various extremes. So at times you might need to actually see a professional, like see professional help for depression. It can be that bad where you might be on antidepressants, so medicines to make you less depressed, that's the furthest extreme. I'll touch on the, not the extreme, but just the basic. Okay, I say I'm depressed because I'm having a hard time, going through stress, etc. Stress can be masked also as depression. So a lot of times, and I know depression is a trendy word right now, or not trendy, but very popular, because every little sadness, it's depression. But no, seriously, but that's what I was taught. But it's true. So if I come up and say I'm depressed, how I would deal with that is I just silence myself from the world. I tell people who I love, who are my friends or family, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't manifest depression over myself, maybe just because I know the extremes of it, but I say I'm overwhelmed and I ask them for time. Whether that might be from social media, whether that might be from work, whether that might be from your family or the same friends that you have. So taking yourself away from the things that you think are giving you those depressive episodes. But before doing that, you need to first identify what's causing me stress, what's causing me depression, what's causing me sadness. It can be a memory as well from your past. So one is to take yourself or remove yourself from those stressful or depressive triggers. And the second thing I would say is to speak to someone who you trust. Oftentimes, a lot of people don't like speaking. Me, I don't speak immediately when I'm stressed. When I'm stressed, I just go, into a desert, quote unquote desert, by myself. I'll tell my brother or people who I love, okay, I'm just taking some time off right now. And then I'll speak. Other people, they would speak immediately when they're going through things. You just need to figure out what works best for you. Some people can talk all day about the situation in the moment, others can't. So giving yourself time, being patient with yourself, and it's not bad. So accepting that emotions happen naturally. You have ups, you have downs. Accepting that first will help you go through the process a little bit more. A lot of us don't do that. And one popular thing I realized too, when we're stressed, we act as if we're not. We try to show like, oh, we tough, or we just expect people to know when we're depressed. Sometimes it can go unnoticed. Like I mentioned, a couple times, people don't know you as much as you know yourself, or at least get to that level where you know yourself more. If you want to speak on it, because a lot of people around you might not know that you're depressed. And that's one of the reasons to say, sad to say, that a lot of people have been depressed for a long time and never sought like a friend or a family member or even a professional to speak to. And another thing, in Jamaica, and I'm not sure where most of your viewers are from, Amoy, but there's a negative stereotype or stigma around people talking about their mental wellness, especially men speaking about how they're feeling, their emotions. Oh, I'm depressed. Men don't want to cry. A good cry works. That's a side note. This is not a professional help about depression now. It's just that we need to talk a little bit more. We need to be a little bit more vulnerable with ourselves. Even if you sit down in your mirror and talk about it, even if you write about your feelings, let it out some way, in a positive way, not to, negatively impact the people around you, but to give you that release. If you like something, and you feel like that will help you to get less depressed, then also go for it.
Awesome, Crystal. When I'm depressed, I normally withdraw myself. I know it is not healthy, but I don't know. When I'm depressed, I sometimes withdraw myself, like. Like I don't talk. Like you can't get me to talk. I just stay one side. And just I don't want to talk to anybody. It might not be healthy, But that's the reality of many persons. You know, they don't know how to deal with depression. They don't know how to deal with stress. You know, and it can affect them tremendously. You know, it can affect them tremendously. And what would you say, though, Crystal? Would you advise persons to speak to a friend or a professional? Like, because many persons they are comfortable speaking with a friend, right? Would that help? Right? You're depressed, but I know many persons they prefer to just speak to a friend, right, rather than go to see a counselor or someone of a profession, right? What would you say in regards to that?
Personally, you know, knowing the negative effects and the possibilities of depression, it depends on the stage. Like if you're in a depressive mood to the state where you think you might cause harm to yourself, I would say reach out to a professional. Or if the first person you find is somebody who really loves you and you know who care for you or who you love, you know, put that trust in that person to talk to them. You know, make it the point of duty to sit down with a person. I need to talk to you. I'm not feeling good. Just being honest to say, okay, I'm not at my highest self right now. I'm not operating on my highest frequency. I need help. That's the start.
All right, so Catalia, she asked, Dr. FX, how you deal with depression? Okay, so I answered that one, Catalia. You know, I said that I normally withdraw myself and stuff, and you know it's not really healthy, right? But you know, I normally just go through that phase where I withdraw myself. She's saying that everyone deals with depression differently, and she's also saying that I don't think you necessarily need to speak to someone in regards to depression. Why do you say that, Catalia? I mean, I don't know if there are some. I think I don't know. Maybe there is some merit to that, Catalia. What do you say, Crystal? Is there some merit to that? You know,
I believe so. I 100% agree. It's not always necessary. Like I said, there are different phases of depression, different extremes. You know,
different phases.
I might have depression where I'm just not feeling in the mood to talk or just feeling so overwhelmed or so stressed. The best thing I do is to color. I like coloring. I know that gives me peace because I'm in my zone. You know, get a coloring book and they have adult coloring, you know, little flowers and stuff like that. So I wouldn't necessarily go to talk to someone during that form of depression. But there's some depressive states where people think about self-harm, and that's when speaking to a professional is recommended.
Take a look at the comment section, Crystal. Catalia says that you can go break plates to release tensions, or go throw an awe into a piece of wood. Or should that be axe? I think that should be axe. Right. She says that speaking to someone is like drinking alcohol. Very interesting. It's worse while it's happening, but when the convoy is over and you are alone, not much has changed. What do you have to say about that, Crystal? Very controversial there. You know, what do you have to say about that?
Like I mentioned earlier, there are different forms of the depression, and you know, if my best friend comes to me and tell me, God forbid, that I'm so depressed I want to self-harm, you know, somebody who seek you out and express that they're depressed, you can't just leave them up and say, okay, yeah, you'll feel better soon. That's the word. You give them attention, and then as a friend, you direct them to professional help. For like, I've heard a lot of stories, right, where people self-harm and their friends are like, oh, I didn't know anything was wrong with him. He was talking well yesterday. Or some other people might say, you know, it's a long time since him withdraw himself, or a long time I realized that him no want to talk as before. Like, there are signs, you know what I mean? There are signs, and sometimes as friends or just families, like, we need to have emotional intelligence enough to know when, okay, Amoy is not all right now. He doesn't want to answer his phone. He's just taking some time for himself. Or Crystal, she talks a lot, but now she's, not talking. Emotional intelligence. And within ourselves too, we need to say, okay, am I all right? We need to do a self-check a lot of times. And I touched on this earlier about self-introspection. And even beyond depression, just stress, just feeling overwhelmed, just low self-esteem. These things they're a build-up. The lower stress levels, the happier you are, and the longer you will live. Stress kills, according to my psychology textbook. But it does. Depression is not something we can take lightly. Especially in our world. I've never thought that mental health was very important until I came to Canada and having, experienced them celebrating a month out of mental wellness. In Jamaica, you never used to hear people talk about mental wellness in high school or school growing up. You never have people tell you, okay, you should talk about your emotions. Growing up in a household where it's a single parent, like I wouldn't say we never really have time, but it was not something we prioritize in our Jamaican society. Mental wellness is not, it's not how am I trying to say? It's not prioritized well enough in our society.
Yes, it is. It's not.
We need to normalize, mental health, mental wellness. And as a disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist yet. I'm not a psychologist yet.
Crystal, the questions are coming, The questions are coming, my dear. And Catalia, she's saying that, she has a friend, right? And who I do listen to, but at the same time, I noticed he does it as a form of seeking attention when he thinks my attention is mainly on someone else. Okay, Catalia, what exactly are you saying? Right? Do you understand the question, Crystal? Okay, she said that I have a friend who I listen, friend who I do listen to, but at the same time I notice. I guess she's saying he does it as a form of seeking attention.
So I guess she's saying that the person who is talking to her might be expressing sharing with her depression, but she thinks that the person is only seeking attention when the person thinks that she has her attention on someone else. That's what I understand.
Okay, Catalia, please see if you can adjust that question so we can understand it better. Okay, the question that we have here is next question is, how do you get rid of an addiction? You know it's wrong and want to stop, but every time you try, you fail.
This is a good question. This is a really good question. Personally, I think that it's difficult. That's the one thing I want to highlight. It's difficult, but there has to be a start. And depending on the type of addiction too, sometimes you might need professional help. And guys, like, don't feel bad if I say professional help or a guidance counselor. Like, these things are normalized here and they're important. You can't, certain addictions are hard to break. You might have just social addictions or maybe like sexual addictions. Like, there are different levels to it as anything. And like I said, I'm not a professional, but like smoking, I don't want to give any professional advice because I'm not a professional. I can only speak on the experiences that I've gone through or, what I've been taught from my courses about addiction. You have to start. That's a lot of people don't want to start. A lot of people say, someone wants to stop smoke, but never get to that point where they're saying, okay, let me buy less cigarettes or let me not go around my friends who smoke, because you're talking about triggers. What triggers your addiction? You know?
That is true. Robert Brown, yes. That is so true. What Crystal said just now. You know what triggers the addiction,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think once you know what triggers the addiction, right, you can definitely find a way how to get around it. Catalia says sometimes listening to someone about depression is more harmful than oh.
Than helpful.
Okay, I see what she's saying right there. Than helpful, as I have a friend who talks about his depression, and I do listen. And as I suffer from chronic depression, oh my gosh, oh my, Catalia, he does it as a form of attention seeking. If he notices I give my attention to someone else, okay, so it's a case, Catalia, where this person he he comes to you, right, being depressed, but he does it because you are giving your attention to somebody else, but he wants you to listen to him and give him your attention. That's basically what you're saying right there. But at the same time, it is toxic, because you're saying that it's harmful to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because as you listen to his depression, then of course, because you are already suffering from depression, chronic depression
Right.
yourself, then you are basically doing yourself extreme harm.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely, and he does self harm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and he does self harm. Catalia, my advice is to my, as I said, and as Crystal said, I'm not a professional, right? But I can say that if he's doing this, right, as a form of attention, but at the same time he is really depressed, right? It is true that he's depressed, because you're saying that he does self harm, so he is depressed.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he's doing it to seek your attention, but he is depressed, right? She put a smiley face there. That's a very tough question. I tell you, and I think that question, a psychologist, someone who actually, finish up them course and everything, and actually, in the profession, I think they would be able to answer that question better, because if I answer that question, I'm just gonna be answering my thoughts, my opinion. But Catalia, what you're doing there, if it's helping him, but at the same time it's hurting you. It is so, it's such a I don't know, it's such a very
It goes back to basics, like
it's a very hard situation.
we go back to basics where
Oh my.
what is allowing you to blossom, what's allowing you to be happy. Like if you allow certain things to seep in, that's when you become, like, that's a trigger. If you allow certain depressive states or depressive situations to come in, that's where that I can see where that can become harmful. And that's just the basics of how we are. If you know that crossing the bridge is going to cause you more stress, don't cross the bridge. Like, and as friends, we want to try and help the people around us because we love them, but at times it's not our job, to save people. And that's why I always recommend professional help, because it's stressful. It's stressful listening 24/7 to somebody telling you all their stresses, and especially if you have your own stresses too. As a friend, I think it would be good to, and this is not any advice, I'm just speaking generally, Amoy, that as a friend, it's always good to say, okay, does this person want to speak to a guidance counselor? If they're in high school, guidance counselors, you're paying for them. If you're in university, they have guidance counselors or psychologists on campus. Use your resources, and they're out there. Some are for free. I know in COVID-19 right now, there are a lot of online resources. My university, St. Mary's University, and so much more. They're offering free guidance counselors or free psychologists who you can just talk to over the internet. And if you want to call, you can do that as well.
Okay. Okay. So Catalia says that okay, his mental state doesn't affect me. I was just saying, in the real world, sometimes listening becomes harmful versus helpful because they may become dependent on you for emotional and mental stability. Yeah, for real. Because what happens is that oftentimes it can become, like a leech. I don't want to term persons like that, but just the just the situation, it can be like a form of leeching, right,
Mhm.
where they're basically draining your energy, right? So Catalia, I think, I would advise persons then, right, who are in that situation, right, try to, as Crystal said, point these individuals to a professional, right, point them in the right direction, because at the end of the day, you can't help them, and it's doing you more harm than good, right? All right, so I just want to actually just dive into some more questions here for you, Crystal, before we actually go back to any more questions here um, from the comment section, right? Your leadership, right, feats were recognized with the Brian J. Rice Award for Excellence in Student Governance. Could you tell us a bit more about that? You showed the greatest commitment to excellence in board governance.
Mhm.
Could you just share a bit more in regards to that?
So essentially, this award was given to the person who was deemed the most, not most qualified, but who has committed to and demonstrated exceptional good governance skills as a board member. There are different levels to good governance, and a part of that is being a respectful board member, speaking for the masses that you represent, and understanding fiduciary duty in your role. As a board member or as a board at my university, the Student Association, you're responsible for all the policy development. I'm very passionate about policies. And, one thing we always talk about is that the policies we create today are not necessarily policies that will affect the current students today. So, how you have president of a university or president of a student association, our role is to go beyond that, to think futuristically, to see, okay, what can we put in place now that will affect the incoming students, maybe the 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line. And personally, I was very passionate about setting something down in stone so as to avoid the challenges that our student association experienced in previous years, and just to clean up our policies so that students understand them. If students don't understand what our rules are, how can they live by them? So having done all this work, I work relentlessly. I work 24. I don't know. It almost seems like I love working. I do, because I know when I'm putting the work now, it's going to affect other people around me, and that's what I
Definitely.
like. I don't think we have a million years on this earth. Everybody would want a million years. So you come in, you do what you have to do, and you go. And I mean, I see this as a part of my purpose. So, and that's one of the reasons I put a lot of time into it. So that explains the Brian Rice Award.
Awesome, Crystal. Awesome, and for those individuals there, I know they must be proud of you. They must look up to you and respect you. For just coming in, and you are doing great. You are doing great, Crystal. I'm so happy for you. By the way, Crystal, this is nothing to do with program or whatever. But do you know Sonia Ferguson?
I do.
Yeah, she's actually my new cousin.
Oh, your new cousin. I know Auntie Sonia.
When you speak to her, man, you ask her what I mean by that.
She adopted me from Knox.
Yeah. She'll explain to you why I say that. All right, Crystal. What is the Literary M Award? What is the Literary M Award? I see you mentioned that. But what is the Literary M Award? Because you received that, right? What is it? What is the Literary M Award? What is it?
So the Literary M Award is given to anyone in the university community, student or faculty or staff that contributed to the literature or contributed in some way through writing or academia. So from the university, my role on the board of directors, I received that award based on my contributions to the policies. Like I mentioned earlier, I did a lot of work writing policies from scratch, doing research to see what other universities around the world, or mainly in Canada, have done to set their student association in the right direction for the future. I've done a lot of work with that. And let me not say because I worked with a team. And without my teammates, without my board members, I would not be able to accomplish this award. I would not be able to run a successful board. And one thing I tap myself on the shoulders for, it's never about one person. A lot of times we look and we say, okay, me. It's never about one person. Working in a team, it's very important. We have different strengths. We're from all over the world. On my board recently, we had someone from Mauritius. We had someone from Yemen. We had someone from Brazil. We had someone from Newfoundland, which is in Canada. We had people from Africa, like all over, Jamaica. So it's tapping into everybody's skill and saying, okay, you have a responsibility. And as a leader, I gave my team responsibility. We have a task, we're going to complete that task. And, I respect all my board members. I love them to bits. But they've also helped me grow, because with leadership comes trust. If I'm going to be your driver, then you should trust me. Everybody gets in the car, we're going to put on our seatbelts. You know how it goes. So, nothing I accomplish is by myself or by my own strength. I can't take credit for any of those. So
definitely, Crystal. And for those persons who you work with, I don't know if you want to shout them out. Anybody, you want to pick them up. Those persons out there who you worked with, and they helped you and you helped them, and you guys accomplished this greatness. Anyone you want to pick up, you want to say shout out to?
I want to say, I feel like I'm on this Christmas. You remember how we did it Christmas? I want to say a big thank you continuously to the Smith Board of Directors 2019-2020. Everybody on that team has been very grateful. I've been very grateful to have them on my team. I also want to big up my twin brother, who have also supported me through a lot of the ups and downs of my journey in leadership. I have mentors here in Canada. I call them my two angels, who I don't know what I would have done without them. And, having those two people in my life showed to me or proved to me that they're good people in the world. I also want to say that I always remember where I'm coming from, and the Emerging Global Leaders program and the Emerging Global Leaders Jamaica chapter really gave me the opportunity to do well, or helped hone my leadership skills. So I have to say a big thank you to them. Big thank you to Manchester High School for my experience as head girl, and even my team back then. My mom for just supporting me, believing in me. But most of all, I must say my friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but the few friends that I have, they're gold, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. My best friends. You need good people in your tribe. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's so true. That's true.
Yeah, like you need, no matter how small or no matter how big your group is, if you're not going to accept me for who I am, why am I going to be around you? You need people who can push you, or some people you have who are more deliberate with them pushing you into your future. I would call myself that person. I'm the deliberate one. I'm the one telling my brother, listen, you can do this, Chris, just push yourself, go. And I will push you if I have to, I'm the one who can tell all my friends, like, listen, I believe in you, start that business, girl, or get on track, make your plans, boy. Like all these little things. You need people who are willing to love you for you, and with that you don't need anything else. And another success, it's not a secret, but I have faith in who I want to become. And I believe that I'm doing this not for myself only, but to have an impact in the world and to have a legacy. We're all very young. You're doing Forex, I'm doing my thing. We're thinking about our legacy. What do we want to leave this earth with? Some of us don't need anything, but all of us are working to do our own thing. You don't have to have great success to be successful. Like anything can be success. Your health can be success, especially in this.
That is correct.
And like everything else, investing in your health, drinking a lot of water, and I won't say minding your own business as it's cliche, but I just said it. But doing these small things, like success for me is just waking up and knowing, thank God I have another chance, and I have my family around me, my support system, my friends, my best friend who I can call, 24/7, and my brother, my best friend who's always got my back. So yeah. And last thing, to the people also who wish bad for you, they're a part of your journey, they're a part of your story. So
wow, I love that one.
The biggest big up to them, because no shade or anything, but in life, you need both the good, the bad, the yin, the yang. You just have to have an open person, not an open personality, but a grateful personality to know that this journey, whatever you are achieving today, is going to lead you into something greater tomorrow. And that might not be big. You might not be the business owner. You might not be the lawyer, the doctor. You might just be the best cook. You might just be the best, the best reader, the best writer, like simple things. And you see, once we start celebrating our small successes, then we'll be more equipped to start celebrating our biggest successes. And everything for me is a success. So once you start, success is routine. Once you start living in success, or you channeling your life, or putting everything together to get success, whether that might be wealth, health, just relationships in a whole. We don't put a lot of time in relationships, in fostering great relationships. And I feel like those things are important.
Awesome. Crystal, you have said a lot this evening, and I know many persons who are listening, right? They have definitely learned a lot, right? I want to ask a question, right, to the viewers, right? I just want to give away, right, one more $500 in digital call credit, right? I just want to ask, what award what was the first award that was mentioned that Crystal was recognized for, right? Anyone that gets this answer correct will receive $500 in digital call credit. So you can answer down below. And also, if you have any more questions, you could definitely you could just drop them and we could just answer, right, and see how best we can get the ball rolling there, right? Crystal, you're there in Canada, right? Was there a culture shock for you when you actually went over, right? Okay, Brian's J. Hold on there. Yo, Chopix, yeah, I done enough. Yo, hold on there. Yo, hold on there. All right. So Chopix say Brian's J. Wrights Award. All right. So here what no, Brian. So here what no Chopix. You are extremely close, but something there not right. But you are close, bro.
Hear what? Amoy?
Yes.
I'm going to match your $500. So you give away $500 and I'll give away another $500.
All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. So that's $1,000 in digital call credit. That's $1,000 in Digicel call credit. You heard it, listeners. I am putting up 500 and Crystal is putting up 500. So that's $1,000 in Digicel call credit. Who will get the answer?
Wait, do you have 2 questions?
All right. So Ketelia is asking what was the question? Okay. So what was the first award that was mentioned that Crystal received? Right. Robert Brown says, I have flow. I know the internet is crazy. But all right. So the question is, what was the first award? Right? Or Crystal, if you want to ask it in a different way, do you think you want to ask it in a different way?
Okay, to make it fair, so what about asking 2 questions? You can choose another question, and then I will give the 500, whatever it might be, flow or digital, like any credit.
Okay, all right, wonderful. So, all right, so even if you have Lime, look at that. I love you, Crystal. Oh my gosh, I love you. Look at that. Crystal is giving away flow credit. So guess what? So I'm giving away digital and she's giving away flow. So if you answer the question, all right, so let me repeat the question once again. What was the first award that was mentioned, right, that Crystal received? Right? It has to do with leadership. What was the first award that she received that was mentioned? And it had to do with excellence in student governance. So, that's a big clue for y'all, right? So, who will get the answer?
Do you have another question?
Yes. Let me okay, so what is the... I don't have that too easy, Crystal. I don't have that too easy. Hold on. I don't have that too easy. Hold on. What is... What you know? What is the name? What is the name of the company that Crystal and her brother they run together? See if we listen for that one day. Right? See if we listen for that one day. I mean, no, probably not remember Crystal Company, You might remember Crystal Company, but what about the company that Crystal and her brother run? Right? What would be the answer for that? Right? So we're matching it now. So even if you have flow, you're gonna get $500 in car credit. Right? So let's see who will actually get. Whoa. All right. So Tropics, yo, you're done enough. Like me rated, brother. Yo, Tropics, you rated. So you what no. So yo, all right, Tropics say Crystal Treasure Hiberia. All right. You know what, Tropics? Yeah, go on good enough because them 2 answers we give for them question, you are extremely close, bro. Crystal, what do you think we should do?
Tropics, I take notes.
Tropics, I take note, man. Tropics, I go on good, man, because no, as a matter of fact, from my previous live, Tropics actually he also got the winnings for that live as well. So he's a very good listener. Tropics, yeah, man. So you're pretty close, bro. Like you're extremely close. But the high barrier, the part they want fix, bro. And you see up top for the first question where it says Brian J writes, yeah man, the rights want to fix. And if you fix those, we might end up giving you both credit. What do you say, Crystal? What would we do? Or should we give it to him? What should we do? What should we do?
I think he's deserving of the second credit. Like I will give him the second credit for Crystal Treasure high.
Yo, Tropics, me done. You see that? Yo, bro. So, but Tropics, do you have flow though? Cause do you have flow, or just did you sell? I mean, if you have both, then my God, that's a big win for you, bro. Cause you're gonna get both. Do you have flow as well, or just digital?
Or another. So if we give, I think if we give one person Tropics 500, I could say the next, instead of the first question, we could ask them to give me maybe one thing that I said through the entire.
All right, awesome. I love that. All right, so Tropics, guess what? I am going to give you the $500 digital credit. You understand? I'm gonna give it up, bro. Right? I'm gonna give it up because, to be honest, you deserve it, bro. Because you're pretty close with both answers, right? You're pretty close. I'm gonna give it up, bro. I'm gonna give it up, bro. Right? So you can definitely link up on Instagram. I'm gonna shut that cross, isn't it? Yeah, bro. The next question, right? Could you repeat something that Crystal said during this segment that stood out to you, right? Something that stood out to you, right? What did you remember from, her speeches, right? What she was saying, right? What stood out to you? What can you recite? What can you remember from what she said earlier? Identify your passion. Wonderful. Robert, and you have flow. You're saying that you have flow? Check yourself every day. Do you have flow, my brother? What phone do you have? You say you have flow, right? Just making sure. Your company is Flow, right? Okay, yes, Flow. Okay, all right, awesome. So Robert, you actually won that, right? You won that $500 in Flow credit. Yes, Lime. Right. So you won that $500 in call credit, Robert, right? So Tropics, Robert, right? Y'all can hit me up, right? So we can definitely just get you all awarded for your participation. All right, I love that. All right, Crystal, what would you want to leave with our viewers? Right, what would you want to leave with our viewers? What is one thing that you want to say to our viewers that you want to remain embedded in their mind, right? Their soul, their entire life. What would you want to say to them? Sean Stultz. Sean Stultz. Big up, Sean. Big up yourself, bro. Right? Big up yourself, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Big up yourself. I don't know, say, yo, yeah, the love is real, and Sean taught both of us, Crystal, because he taught me when I was doing extra lessons in at Manchester High School. He taught me, and that's how I met him. And he's an amazing person, and I respect you, bro. Big up yourself, and thank you for watching, bro. Right? Thank you for watching.
I think it was Sean who, hearing his story about Manchester High School, I developed Chester love from him.
Of course, because Sean, he did well at Manchester High School as well, and man, I'm so proud, right? I'm so proud of how he actually. I'm proud of where he is right now. I'm happy for him, man. Like, I'm really happy for him, extremely. Big up yourself, Sean.
So to end, I would say, dream big dreams, because obviously little dreams have no magic. And if I could tell the entire world something, I would just say, you show up for you the most. Show up for yourself, whether that might be in the morning, when that might be for school, for work. Show up for yourself. And when you look in the mirror, just speak positivity over your life. And people might think, oh yeah, going up in the mirror talking about myself. No, it's not self-gratifying. It's just believing in yourself so much that that whatever you set your eyes on, you will accomplish. And I mentioned earlier, again, this is not something I'm just saying, but something that I've actually lived. Once you start showing up for yourself, you will be more beautiful in looks, in personality. Like, you don't have to try hard to impress people. You see, that self-love should shine. That glow should be, not even Fenty can cross you. Like, that's how showing up for yourself. Like, that being happy with where you are in life right now as well. Not all of us will have the quick, business or the big business making big money, but it's within you. All of us have the superpower to be great, whatever great might mean to you, small or large. If you're on this call now, you know what you want. You want to be inspired. Also, I hope you were inspired by my story. I know it's a long it's a long one. And if you want to follow my journey, I have social media that you could join as well. And I also like to see your journey. But lastly, to wrap up, love yourself. Like, it has taken me a while to love, not a while to love myself, but I've been through situations where I was never there in loving myself. Yes, I was doing well, but at nights, when you leave your job, you leave your position, at nights you're in your bed, I wouldn't say alone, but alone, some of us, with our own thoughts. And you need to be happy with where you are in your head first too. So having a positive mindset, cliche, all of that, but love you and know that you are loved. And thank you for joining us today. And Amoy, a big shout out to you for making this work and for being patient with me as I finish up what I was doing today. And to everyone, a big shout out also. You're great and you will do well. And I love you. I don't know you, but I just feel whoever I'm speaking to, like, you're loved.
Awesome. Lovely viewers, listeners. That's Crystal Witter for you. This program was definitely a success. We had two amazing young persons that came on the program today. We had Javie FX earlier, and then we had Crystal Witter, and she definitely inspired us with her story, her journey, right? Just growing up in Jamaica, as just a regular little girl, and she went through the rough and and all these things, and going to school and trying to get involved and basically ensuring that she attains the highest in whatever she does, and ending up matriculating into a university overseas. And even when she went over there, she performed excellent. She performed excellent and even got so involved where she ended up on the board. And oh my gosh, I could go on and on with your story, Crystal. It's a very long story, but you are amazing, and I thank you so much for coming on the program, just to empower the nation. All the listeners out there, you are discouraged, you are going through a phase in your life, and you might think that you want to give up, you might think that you want to throw in the towel on your journey. But hey, listen, these persons, they have been in your shoes, they have also been on the journey, and they never gave up. So you should not give up as well. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this week's program. This is part 3 of a talk with DrFXJA, young but conscious. We are going to be having part 4 pretty soon. And just as you're seeing these lovely people that are on the program, right in front of me, this lovely young lady, we're going to have some more. She's actually the first female to be on the program, though. Even though the program is new, but she's the first young lady, and I had to have her on the program because she is absolutely excellent. So thank you, viewers, for tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next one. Right? I hope to see you on the next one. I'm out. Big up yourself, Crystal. Bless up. All right. Bye. Big up on yourself.